Welcome back, everybody, to the October Country Comics podcast. This is Devon.
Will.
Annalise.
Alejandro.
That was like a
nice.
a deer in the headlights. Like,
Well, it's because Steven's supposed to go next.
Whoa.
We just killed Will.
Whoa,
We all just peeked.
whoa.
We all just peeked.
I know I told you you're quiet over at Mega Brain, but that doesn't mean you have to, like, scream when you're here.
I'm sorry. God, I'll talk so quietly no one can hear me.
I feel like you should be insulted if she doesn't.
So, for all those that are wondering out there, we have a special guest
We
today.
do have a special guest.
There's
a
a
member.
female here.
Yes! You are the
What?
first female on the podcast.
That is true. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
We're doing it. We're progressive. Yay.
I mean, we were always pretty progressive. We had a gay, too. Just saying.
Well, yeah, we've had a gay from the start.
I know.
Yeah, but you know
Yeah,
what?
but-
You know what? You
No,
people
no.
already have all your shit.
What do you mean we have all of our shit?
What do you mean, you people, Devon?
You know exactly
Oh,
what
I
I
didn't care
mean.
about the you people thing.
Well, I mean,
You guys
gay
have
men
shows
always
and
had the right
parades.
to vote, so
What'd you say?
gay men have always had the right to vote.
That is true.
I feel like as long
Hasn't
as you
even
didn't
been
say
100
anything.
years yet for me.
Proud of you. Working towards it.
Almost. We're almost there.
Are we?
I think. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the 20s.
2018.
Yeah.
Yes,
It was the
it was
20s.
1920.
I'm tired.
20 on the dot.
The 19th
The
Amendment.
suffrage movement and all that stuff.
That was
Women's
fake.
suffrage.
I don't know.
How do you feel about 1930s Germany, Steven?
I know. I was waiting.
I was actually going to link my joke together, but I was like, no. Let me be good.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, this has been a start to the day already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're
But no,
in
we
it.
have Annalise.
I feel
we have
how many
Annalisa.
people have we insulted? We've insulted women, gays,
Jews,
Jews.
yep.
the country of Germany.
Well,
My god. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. We've basically lost like half our listener base right now.
but no. So we have Annalisa,
Yes.
Annalisa Hansen, welcome.
part of the core group.
You're here.
I am here.
Welcome. Are you enjoying your first time already?
It's been interesting.
Okay. Cool.
It only took us however many minutes to get started.
I feel like we need some more gusto from you. You gotta.
I don't want to be too loud for Will.
You gotta.
Oh my god. This is not
feel
this
like-
is not turning into a
This is
thing.
beautiful.
We are not like
also
we're
for
2
all-
minutes in. You're not making this a thing.
No, this is a beautiful thing. Can we just... How loud is
You
too
have
loud?
to.
How loud is too loud,
No,
Will?
honestly, seriously, you gotta bring some gusto to this. You gotta do it for your gender.
Excitement. Okay,
She's
whoa.
gonna hate you
She
right
probably
now.
is. She's gonna
Let's
hit
not
me.
make this
And I'm
a
gonna let her.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's
Oh, my.
You think it's gonna be like the slap heard around the world the last time she slapped me for something stupid?
Yeah. No, but you gave
Were
me
you here for
permission to
that?
slap you.
No.
No.
Yeah, I know.
No,
of it.
Derek was there and his face is priceless.
I know of it anyway. What's going on? What's happening?
I don't
Well,
even
before we get
remember.
started on that, Will, how about you let our listeners know where they can find us?
Yeah.
They can find us, well, if you're listening on YouTube, you can find us on SoundCloud. What's our SoundCloud name, Devon?
It's just soundcloud.com/OctoberCountryComics.
Wow, that's amazing. And if you're listening to us on SoundCloud, you can check us out on YouTube. You can just go to the YouTube website and search October Country Comics. We're actually the first channel and set of videos that actually come out. So you can come and find us and listen to all now 15 episodes, guys. We're
God.
15 episodes in. Excuse me. Almost 20.
Hey, wait, are you also including the specials?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We
'Cause
got a
with the
couple
specials, I
specials
feel like-
that we haven't labeled.
We have
I actually made... We now have playlists. You
saw
can go
that.
into the playlists of the channel, and you can listen to the straight episodes, all the specials, all the extra videos we've done, like the October Country Community videos.
We have
video.
three specials, right? We've got the
San Diego.
Did we do a special
Matt
for
Klein. Matt Klein was a special, I think. Or no, I think he was...
No, he was just a
he
welcome
was
back.
a live episode, yeah.
No, I don't think it was just a special episode, was
Was
it?
it? I thought
think it was-
Anyway, okay, we can figure that
And I
out.
know
Either
we did
way.
another live. Oh, well, our first episode was a live stream.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
that counts as a...
That's not as a
as
special,
an
that's as a
episode.
launch.
What were...
a launch that
Um,
would have been more successful with mugs.
Country Podcast...
You're
That said October Country Comics on them.
I'm just gonna get a white cup and draw a pumpkin on it for
Perfect.
you. That's
Can
what
I
I'm
have
gonna.
one?
I
Thank
think it was
you.
no, it was just the one San Diego Comic-Con
I
special.
thought we did another special.
No, none that were like live, other than the Matt Klein one, but that was an actual. Or no, actually,
Did we?
the
do...
Matt Klein was not an official episode. It was the return live stream.
Oh.
That was the other special we did. Matt Klein's episode
God,
was
you need
a
to start
special.
getting interns to keep track of all this stuff.
Well,
Why do you
once
think you haven't gotten your mug yet?
oh my god,
You don't do your job. You're supposed to be keeping track of this. This is what I pay you for.
Pay him.
You don't pay me.
Well, that also might be why you're not doing your job or getting your mug. So anyway, moving on.
I'd keep better track if I was paid.
Right?
Moving on.
I am with
Wow.
Will. I am with Will.
Wow. All right.
Strike.
All right. So
Will, I'm going to tell you something that I learned from daytime television. Anyone can be recasted. Remember that.
I know.
Okay.
I feel like you.
I feel like you couldn't recast him though.
Not at the moment. No. I
No.
mean, maybe
You're
if,
early
my
enough.
equipment.
You could.
maybe if I actually had Will teach me how to use all the equipment
Oh,
and
that's
everything,
fair.
like, you know,
That's my.
I could recast you.
You could try.
I'm sure Kyle will do it. Kyle can replace you.
that like
Yeah.
sharp personality.
No, I'm not even going with that. He would just do his best Teddy voice.
Yeah.
You know what,
but-
though? You know what though? If Kyle did, see, if Kyle was on here, we could just make Kyle different characters.
Yeah.
We don't have to introduce him as Kyle. He could literally play a different character
He
every
could play
time he's on. It'd
a
be great.
different guest star every week.
Yes.
So what's going on in this world of comic book?
In this wonderful world
It's, you know
of
what
comics.
though? It's like that crazy guy who kept interrupting our podcast the last time.
What?
Remember,
Oh,
Will?
that guy. Yeah.
Remember that guy who just kept that weird voice?
That weird guy.
Yeah, that weird.
Yeah.
The weird one who just kept popping in
Hopefully
here,
he
like-
doesn't, show up again.
Yeah, well, we'll
oh
see.
God,
It's
I
too-
hate you for bringing
It's
that
too,
up.
it's too early to call. I mean, you never know who might pop in
It's
the
too
recording
early.
studio.
It's too
I'm
early.
leaving.
So anyway,
I mean, he's
so
not here, I mean, once he gets here,
Jesus
if he gets
Christ.
here,
if he gets here,
we locked the. You made sure to lock the door.
I
right?
did. We did lock the door. It's okay.
Good.
We'll see.
Speak, Annalisa.
No swearing. What am I missing?
You'll
You'll
see.
hear it.
Oh,
It'll
you'll
be
see.
a nightmare.
It'll be great. It's gonna be.
You
amazing.
might rethink your relationship. Yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah.
If you listen to the podcast, you'd know.
Oh.
Fair. Okay.
Fair enough.
That's right, everybody. Our special guest doesn't listen to the podcast.
She.
She's
listened to
listened.
some of them.
She's listened to me edit them.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say, I
true.
listened to them
At
while he
length.
edits them.
That's true. Okay.
So-
So I get to hear the raw ones. Isn't that better?
Yeah, she gets to listen to the extended cuts.
That was so easy, and you didn't
Yes.
even take it.
Yep.
I want
I thought
to,
we would move
but I'm
past
not
it.
going to. So, Devon, what is going on in this magical
So
world?
we're
of
gonna
comic
start off with
books?
some news today,
Are
guys.
we?
Some really,
Well, I guess that's our new order because I think that's what we've done for the past 2 episodes.
right up until he
We've done
switches it up.
news.
yeah. I mean, we can always switch back and forth. I mean, we could always decide,
Doesn't
later
matter.
on
It's
that
just
we're gonna.
crazy stuff. We're a wild podcast, man.
We're
It's
too
crazy.
wild
Yeah.
and crazy
that's
guys.
well, I mean, that's the thing. It's some crazy
Three of
news,
you.
maybe some
I
big
know.
things. Actually, you know what? Why don't we start off today with some of the biggest stuff that's been going on? How about that reveal for the Avengers title with the new trailer that just dropped?
And wait.
Oh, are you gonna play with a fun sound effect?
Endgame.
Endgame.
Were we all supposed to say that?
Endgame.
I missed that.
It's a garbage title anyway.
It is a garbage title.
That's actually the title I predicted when it happened.
Let's.
When the
It was
movie.
either going to be that or Annihilation.
I
Yeah.
think they should have stuck with
I
Annihilation.
think they should have stuck with Annihilation.
I'm fine with Endgame. Doctor Strange said it in the movie.
I'm
Which is
okay with
fine, I
it.
went with
Honestly,
it. It
I've
just-
I've discussed this with a lot of people who believe that Endgame's the better of the 2 titles, that and Annihilation. But I personally believe Annihilation would have been cooler.
I think
Annihilation sounds
honestly, I
cool.
think they should.
But I'm fine with Endgame.
Well, no, I mean the cool thing about not using Annihilation right now is that they could actually just have a movie, since they're getting the Fantastic Four back, titled Annihilation, because in the comics, the Marvel Annihilation event was because Annihilus from the Negative Zone,
Are you okay over
That's a
there?
great name.
Annihilus.
he basically went across all of space, like just destroying planets with the annihilation wave.
Okay, yeah, that kind of makes
So
sense
if they
then.
like, that would be an awesome movie. Just Marvel's Annihilation.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
That'd be great. That'd be an amazing title. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? What are your feelings on the trailer with where everyone's going?
Oh my god, the
actually,
trailer is
Actually, you
so
know what?
good.
No. The first person to ask is the one who's probably the most sad about what she saw in that trailer.
I know what
Oh,
she's
How
yeah.
do you
about.
feel about
Guess
clean
goes
shaven
first.
Steve?
It
Guess goes
bothers
first.
me.
No, I love Steve, clean shaven and with a beard. It doesn't really matter. What was sad to me was him crying.
That's
That
true.
I heard of a
that
meme
has some
where his
feels.
beard disintegrates.
I saw that meme.
That's
actually.
amazing.
I'd be okay
That's
with
amazing.
that.
I'm
That's funny.
upset that the beard is gone.
You can see
I'm
that
not.
jawline now. What are you upset about?
We can have that conversation at a later date.
I want to know I want to know his motivation behind that, like, because like from what the trailer looks like,
My
this
friends are
pic-
dead. I'm shaving.
Yeah, no, like really, like
No shape.
Well, he's Captain America again.
Yeah.
is
He
though?
didn't really feel like Cap in the last movie.
He doesn't.
Well, he's
Exactly.
hopeful again
Yeah,
he's-
because in the trailer he's like, it's got to work.
Because I can
No,
imagine if
that
it
wasn't
didn't.
really hopeful. That was like, yeah,
This is it.
Yeah, this is like, I'm gonna die.
I'm also slightly aggravated
Yeah,
that
no,
Black
I'm
Widow.
gonna.
I saw the
cry.
hope gleam in his eyes when he saw Ant-Man. He was like,
Yeah.
oh!
I'm also really slightly butthurt that Widow is blonde again. I really just wanted like
I'm
Well,
sad
I-
she's not Elena or Yelena.
Yelena.
I'm
I love me some like that would have even been better if it was like
It would have been.
yeah. So Yelena's my cover name. I would have been like, all right, I got this.
Yeah.
Instead of just getting this like throwback that only comic book people are going to understand.
Apparently, there's also some I was looking at a review of the trailer where they were saying that there's like timestamp things, like when you see the Ant-Man scene,
Uh-huh.
where if you look in, like if you're watching it on the screen, there's like something wrong with the timer, like it because Natasha says that it's a live recording of the front door right now, but in the video like that they're watching, it says pre-recorded. It's a
Interesting.
pre-recorded message.
Well, that's weird.
So it's like I feel like there's weird time travel stuff going on because he's already recorded this message.
Well, it definitely is, because this movie's going to deal with time travel, as
Yeah.
the set photos have shown us.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up, because I think this would make Annalise, actually a few of you happy. Number one, just to backtrack to Yelena, it is rumored that she will be addressed for the Widow movie.
Really?
Super pumped about that.
Oh.
Number two, the other rumor is, and I think you might have seen this, Devon, Daredevil may pop into the Black Widow movie.
Ooh.
Why?
That is a rumor that is they were dating
Maybe that's
in
why
the
they were
comic.
canceled.
Oh, that's
But
right.
that is one of the rumors that is now circulating, is that Daredevil might pop into.
I know they're not
And
going to
if
do
not-
what I want for the
If
Black Widow
not
movie. So it doesn't
Daredevil,
matter
then Matt Murdock as her attorney
anyway. Okay.
would pop in.
That's
fine.
pretty cool.
Which
Okay.
I'd be like, ironically enough, Sean showed me the article from comicbook.com.
Okay.
I'm getting the
No,
website. Is it?
comicbook.com, yeah.
Okay. He pulled me into the office at my branch manager and showed me the article, and I was like, oh my god, yes, please. Yes to all of this.
I love Matthew. I really do. I wanted it to be her and Bucky.
That's fair.
Like, really bad.
Bucky's gonna be too busy being Captain America.
Yeah.
That's okay, too.
He's gonna be too busy slinging that shield around.
Slinging it with his metal
That
arm.
metal arm. That
Being all
big,
angsty.
with that big beefy metal
I
arm.
still think maybe he'll...
I love me some Sebastian
Nice.
Stan, so that can happen all at once.
I think it might be
Yeah.
Falcon.
Annalisa agrees with me.
Just for now, just due to the sole basis of that, I don't know if Bucky will accept it. Because
It's
Bucky's
not-
kind of
it
like,
won't-
ugh.
It won't. It'll be Bucky.
It
Especially
has to be.
it's Marvel's learned from their mistakes with this issue. When they made Bucky Cap, like sales actually went up. When they made Sam Cap,
Sales went
book
down.
didn't do well.
Yeah.
The book didn't start doing well until it started tying into the Steve Rogers book when they brought Steve.
Nice.
So, but yeah, no. There's also a lot of stuff, like, people are, like, really, like, nitpicking this trailer. And, like, I mean,
You
listen.
knew they were going to.
No, I know, but it's, like, they're really... listen, I was excited about the title being revealed, and there were some cool scenes. But there's nothing in this trailer.
No, there's not.
It's literally them sitting around going,
saying sentences.
But it's really
sad.
exciting. Oh, Hawkeye. Oh,
Don't you mean Ronin?
yeah, I creamed
Well,
my jeans.
this was my other theory about the Ronin Hawkeye. Let me just kill people for fun.
It's definitely Ronin.
He's not killing people for fun. His family's dead.
I know. What if, hear me out now, the Hand brought him back and he's actually a bad guy?
Why would...
Why
but
not?
he's not dead.
What?
But he didn't die.
But what if
What do you
They
mean?
can't use the... No, they wouldn't...
I
No.
think it'd be fun.
I mean, they can use the hand. It's in their power, but I
Yeah,
don't think
but-
they would do that in the
No, it wouldn't make sense.
in that movie.
No, he's Ronin because he's looking for everybody and his family's gone and he's not Hawkeye
He's
anymore.
like, 50% of the world population's gone.
Well, the universe.
And the Earth.
And the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
It goes world by... Because a lot of people were, like, calculating, and I was like, no. Natasha says 50% of the world's population is gone, so it has to go world by world.
I
Yeah.
saw this great meme of it's Thanos, and it says like, if you start Infinity War at like 9:43 or whatever it is,
Yeah.
Thanos will exactly snap his finger
At midnight.
at midnight for New Year's Eve, and I was like, I kind of want to be that loser and do this.
That kind of sounds pretty
Thank
sick.
you. Like I really want to do this.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do a similar thing, but on Christmas Eve with Die Hard.
Oh my god.
At a certain point, if you start Die Hard at a certain time on Christmas Eve, at midnight on Christmas, Hans Gruber falls out of the tower.
That's perfect.
Great. The
Glad
perfect
you know
start to
that.
Christmas.
So that was. Do we have any other feelings about the non-existent Endgame trailer?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, no, I mean it was fine. It just like I said, it's.
It got me excited. I was
Where-
like, yes, please, give me more.
I'm also very curious to find out where Nebula was in that scene.
Yeah, because a lot of
Yeah.
people say that she might be on a different ship. She might have ditched Tony. She might be on
Oh,
the same ship.
Well, actually, it might not even matter to her about the life support going out.
Yeah.
She's
yeah,
not
because she's
human.
basically like not even.
I mean, she's not a living.
humanoid
Yeah, she's a
anymore.
robot.
For the most part, yeah.
That was a pretty.
Yeah, she is a human. She's a cyborg.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that was actually a pretty crazy scene though in Infinity War
Oh, when she's being like taken
Oh.
apart.
when she was like she
That
Yeah.
freaked me out in
yeah
theaters.
she looked like a freaking she looked like an exploded view of a machine that you see in like drawing class.
Yeah, because he kept taking her apart
And
and
then torturing her.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised. I've never heard you actually call BS on that scene because I know how much you love the same kind of scene from Hannibal.
What?
There's a scene in Hannibal, and it's completely BS. It's not. There's no way this is physically possible. Where Hannibal Lecter kills one of the detectives. And when he kills her, he literally sticks pieces of her body in slabs, and it looks like sheets.
Sheets?
Sheets, like sheets of her body. Like it forms one image of her, but when you turn, you can see it's different sheets of her body that are layered on top of each other.
What did he
That's
use to cut
weird.
her?
That's it's nonsense. It's not physically possible.
Piano
Well-
wire. You could do it with piano wire.
Well, that's what
you can
I'm
cut
thinking.
through bone with piano wire.
That's how
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's how like up in like New Hampshire. That's what a lot of like people who don't want people four wheeling on their properties do. They line their property with
And
piano
I
wire,
didn't know that.
and they put up warning signs. If you drive through here, you will die, because
That's
it like
interesting.
it'll go.
It's
Yeah.
strong enough to cut through, but I'm trying to think how he kept
I'll
it
show
together.
it to you later.
Unless he used some kind of glue or
I'll show it to you
something.
later. Like it's
But it's
like
Hannibal,
sheets
so
of
he
plastic that she not like. I'm doing a really
Maybe,
bad job. Of
maybe
explaining
like
it.
he dipped it in something.
I don't know. He didn't have enough time in reality.
We're going way too
Yep.
far into detail about this.
Did you
but-
watch Hannibal?
I started watching it, but like I got to the mushroom episode and needed a break.
That's fair. That is uncomfortable. But go on.
He
He keeps
people
some-
alive.
No,
Yeah,
never mind.
no.
Don't.
Yeah,
I'm good.
It's
I'm
that
good.
that
I don't need to
episode
hear
We're-
this.
physically.
Anyway,
We're moving
so,
on now.
The Captain Marvel trailer also came out. The
Woo!
new one.
I'm kind of mad about the old lady.
Why?
What is
Why?
wrong with the Nebene? Oh.
They let you know it was a Skrull. I mean,
Oh,
obviously it was
yeah.
going to be a
No.
Skrull,
Did you really
but like
not
they revealed
know
it.
was
Yeah, but
gonna
I wanted
be
it to be
a Skrull?
revealed in the movie because it'd be more fun that way.
What reveal did you need?
Maybe she wasn't a Skrull and she just punched an old lady.
Yeah, because Marvel's gonna do that with their Wonder Woman-like character.
Kree kind of have a sixth sense when it comes to scrolls, so
But
it
it'd
makes
be
sense.
fun.
This trailer actually
Wait.
made me excited for this movie.
Didn't they say one of the Avengers was a Skrull? Or
That's
was
a
that
rumor. They're trying to set up stuff and say that.
Secret Invasion.
Kree
Yeah.
Skrull War. Secret Invasion. Ooh.
That'd be pretty fun. I'd watch that.
Keep it going. Keep it going,
I'm
guys.
gonna watch most of it.
Everyone's really dodgy at this point about whether or not they're going to stay on or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris Evans now with the
Evans?
whole new
Yeah,
like
he's changed.
I'm staying on to come in. He's been flip-flopping and
He's
Black
been out
Widow
for a
movies coming
while.
out, and then
He wants
who
to go
knows
home
what
and
Chris
chill with his mom.
Hemsworth is doing, or Mark Ruffalo.
Well, you never know with Chris Hemsworth. This Men in Black franchise might take off again.
Chris Hemsworth.
Sure.
Jesus.
Men in Black International, 2019.
Stupid.
It's him and Tessa Thompson?
Yeah.
Well, she's not the agent. She's just in it.
No, I thought
Did
she
they
was
announce her
Jay.
as the agent?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
There's a couple of them,
like
but he's
not Jay.
Okay.
he's gonna be the main. I'm sure Will Smith is gonna make some type of cameo
Cameo.
in it.
Well, yeah.
It's
I would
not-
hope
it's not a
Tommy Lee
reboot.
Jones too. But... I thought it was.
No,
Yeah.
it is.
I kind of want Tommy Lee Jones to just be the new Zed
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you, please.
Please.
instead of that girl that they had in the third movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that Tommy Lee Jones really wanted to get with.
I didn't see the third movie.
yeah.
It was okay in IMAX.
It was meh.
But
Well,
But either way, Captain
but
Marvel.
yeah, back to Captain Marvel. I'm so excited for I was like, all right, whatever. But after this trailer, I'm like, yes, please.
My only thing with seeing this new trailer that bothers me, that makes me worried about it, is I don't understand why they have such why they have her being so robotic.
That's just her.
What do you mean?
No,
her being
because
so
she-
robotic.
Like she's very she doesn't emote in the at
Oh.
all in any of the trailers I've seen. She doesn't emote.
I didn't get that. I got that she was being like tough.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it comes off as like.
I don't get cold robotic from her.
I don't know. We'll have to
That's-
see the movie to find out. But it looks really good.
I
Because
know?
I've seen her in a lot of other stuff, and she's usually really
Oh, Brie
animated.
Larson, yeah.
She's pretty animated in most of the stuff I've seen her in.
Well, I imagine they're not going to want to give a lot of the emotional stuff away, probably,
no.
because it
And
pertains
and
to the film.
I also think that with her being quote unquote a soldier, not knowing her Earth life,
Yeah, they completely changed up her
that's
origin.
what she, that's how she operates. So I think once she starts finding out about her humanity parts and things like that, that's
Maybe.
when she's going to start cycling through and maybe
I'm a
discovering
real
an
boy.
emotion. Just the one emotion. But yeah, I've heard similar things with the trailer where people were super angry because they feel that she is not robotic.
No. The thing that a lot of people are complaining about online, which I'm just like, that's a stupid thing to complain about,
It's 'cause
It's
of
her
is that she
voice.
doesn't smile.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care about her smiling. I just want her to kind of not have the same face in
I'm trying to
every
think of
scene.
how many times Carol smiles over the course of a book.
Yeah, but you know what? Carol's actually
And
a fun character.
She is.
She's
But she
not my
doesn't
cup of tea.
Need to be smiling all the time.
No, but
I've
she
heard
is
people
a fun
complain about her
character.
voice, which makes zero sense to me. She's a
No,
comic book
I don't get it
character.
either. I have
Yeah.
faith. It made me excited for this movie.
I mean,
love me some Annette Benings. Yes to all of that.
there's little evidence to say that it'll be bad. So
Yeah.
It looks good.
It looks delightful.
I like the costume design. I like what they're doing.
I like that they kind of kept the mohawk for the helmet,
yeah, that's
but still kept her hair where
Yeah.
I was
You
like,
know,
okay, thank
I
you.
like that a lot.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of the Mohawk helmet.
Oh, I
I'm
like
And I-
not, but I'm
I-
glad you kind of get your cake and eat it too, because she
just-
does both. So.
It's just I don't know. I've just never been a fan of it in the comics, and honestly,
I like it.
in motion, it doesn't look any better. At least in my opinion, I've just never been a fan of
I
that
like it.
costume.
I want two things out of this movie. The first I think I might get, but I probably won't. I would love some sort of weird cameo of the Ms. Marvel costume. I would, yes, please and thank you.
Like some just like random, they're trying to figure out what she should wear kind of thing,
or like just give me something. Like
you
give
just
me
want
some...
her not to have her
Just give it
outfit
to
and need to
just
figure out
They
something.
could just give it. They could just give Monica that costume.
Monica.
The second Captain Marvel, the other
Oh yes.
Monica LeBeau.
Yes.
I think.
Yes to all of what you're saying.
Who is she in the comics now? She's not Captain Marvel anymore. She was the Black Captain Marvel
Yes.
in the 80s.
I can't think of what her name is.
What's her name now? Because she hangs out with Blue Marvel and the Ultimates.
Oh.
What's her name?
Binary? No, that was
No. Binary was Carol.
Well, that was the
No
second
idea.
thing that I wanted.
That's her second form.
Dude,
Yeah.
I got nothing.
They had a
I don't
they
remember.
had a death battle on YouTube
Solstice?
between
No.
her and I think it was Android 18, the female android from Dragon
18.
Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a death battle between them.
Who?
I forget who won. Carol and Android 18.
Oh.
I forget.
Clearly
who
18
won.
won.
I think
I don't know.
Death Battle's known for like
Listen,
dying down their characters.
listen, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of Carol, but I'm pretty sure Carol could mop the floor with 18.
Nah.
Steve, just give it up. There's never going to be a figure of Android 18.
Oh, I wish my sister listened to this.
So yeah, those are the
Spectrum. Sorry to cut you off.
Spectrum.
Okay.
That's her name. I had to
There we
Google
go.
it. And you yell at me for Googling things.
You and your Googles. But so those are the trailers, guys. There's not a whole lot of.
Oh my god.
What?
They did a Raven versus Twilight Sparkle. Like
Why?
Raven as in DC's Raven, versus
The My
a
Little
My
Pony?
Little Pony.
Pony.
I
Pony,
hope
yeah.
the pony won. It'd be
It'd be
hilarious.
hysterical.
Yeah.
honestly, let me
Like
check.
her just splitting
No.
Raven in
Real
two,
quick, I'ma check.
covered in blood, giggling.
Spoiler alert
Yeah.
for those of you that watch Death Battle. I know some people who listen to this hate this show with a passion. So
Well,
Hate our show with a
Well,
passion?
no,
Yes,
hate the Death
yes.
Battle show with a.
Um,
Why would they listen to this but hate it?
I
William,
don't know. The way you
William,
said it was weird.
Hold on one moment. Do you know what MTV is bringing back?
Yes, Celebrity
Celebrity
Deathmatch!
Deathmatch. The
So
only
excited.
The only problem that I have.
Oh no. Are they not bringing back the hosts?
Nope. Ice-T.
What?
Ice-T is hosting
Like
the show.
SVU?
No.
Kind of?
Yep.
Oh
Why?
my god. Why?
They're not bringing. From what I heard, they are not bringing back the host. They are bringing back Ice Cube. That's who he is, right?
Okay. I
Yeah,
like
the
Ice
one from
Cube.
SVU.
No, that's
that's
Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Then it is. Who the hell can keep up with all this
No,
nonsense?
Ice Cube's the talented one.
Yeah, Ice-T.
Wait, is he gonna be calling himself Iced Tea or Water Tea?
I don't care. But I'm just like,
It's a Rick
why?
and Morty show.
Raven won.
Oh, that's depressing. Does she at least split the pony in two?
No.
All the bronies out there are crying. I'm gonna cry later.
This is a legitimate thing.
Yeah.
What else we got going on?
So anyway, those are the trailers, guys. Those are the big trailers that dropped.
The big
We're
trailers.
supposed to be getting a Spider-Man trailer in the next couple of days.
I
So
think
Oh,
you're gonna
boy.
get it at the end of that Edge of Spider-Verse or whatever. they're
yeah,
calling
probably.
it.
Who gives a yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Who cares?
Anyway,
Spider-Verse.
so,
I don't. You know what? I like what they're doing with the artwork for that movie. I don't know if I could sit through it on the big screen.
Did you see the
That's
TV
fair,
spot where he
because
does the Spider-Man 3 dance?
Mhm.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for this movie.
I don't know if like visually I can stare and not
At,
get
like,
motion sickness.
Yeah, no, okay, that I will give you.
That's what like
Yeah.
so,
That's what I'd
like
be worried about.
I will try.
The artwork's really cool, but
Yes.
it's
But I
even
don't know if
with
I can-
like the subway scene in the trailer.
That's the thing. I got so weirdly like
Mm-hmm.
assaulted with my eyeballs.
The pops are adorable.
They are cute.
though.
So next up in the news here, we have some bad news out there for you Batman and the Outsiders fans.
What?
They canceled the book before it came out.
A lot of books have been
Yeah,
canceled lately.
according to the writer, though, the reason
Love
why they
him.
canceled the books before the first issue hasn't even come out yet. And the reason why they canceled is because there were some continuity issues that have to get fixed, and the books will be resolicited at a later date. So
With the same team, same writers?
supposedly, yes.
Okay.
I am slightly bummed out about that, only because I love Brian Hill.
Yeah, I'm not overly impressed. I mean, most of the stuff I've read by him, I'm not impressed with.
I really loved Aphrodite 5.
He was writing Michael Cray for Wildstorm.
You did not like that book.
That was not very good.
You tried.
Yeah, and then I really didn't like his detective issues.
I actually enjoyed them.
Android 18 one.
Yes!
She actually punches Carol's head and it explodes.
I am finally
against
getting
the
my
ground.
Android 18 action figure. To the person that's not listening to this, suck it.
I mean, these are also the same people who incited the war over who would win in a fight, Goku or Superman. And both times they said Superman. And a lot of people got really mad.
But no, so
Anyway.
that's canceled. Rocket Man, you said, right? Or Rocketeer?
Rocketeer.
Rocketeer.
Rocketeer got canceled.
Then we also, for Dynamite, you're
Rocket
losing Lone
Man.
Ranger. Rainbow Bright is canceled
Oh,
as
Lone
well.
Ranger's still going on.
Nope. Ends with issue 5.
No, Rainbow Bright ends with issue 5.
So does Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
So like they're canceling a lot of things like
Yeah.
that.
I don't know. I think it's just again, it's just lack of orders, I think, and I think the reason being is, if you're bringing out A-list characters, I mean, you have to have A-list teams on them. It's like, look, you know what? Like, Lone Ranger is a character that's been around for a long time. You need to have...
You have a cult following.
Yeah, you have to have a real team on it. And you have to have people who are, excited about it and things like that. And I don't know. I think it's...
This is, I think, one of the problems with the Outsider book. The team was awful.
Yeah.
You had The Signal, which no one needs in their life.
Nope.
Then you had Katana, which makes
I mean,
sense.
Katana's fine. Did they have Metamorpho on? No,
No,
because he's
they
with
had
the Terrifics.
no Metamorpho.
He's with the
So-
Terrifics. But he's going to be in this new season of Young Justice. He's in the trailer with Katana for the Outsider season,
But
which I'm excited.
You also lose...
Katana's in the trailer?
Yes.
Did I
She
miss her?
skydives with Batman
Yes.
and Metamorpho.
But
Okay.
it's also Batgirl, and
Which Batgirl?
Why
No,
are
it
there
was
so
Orphan.
many
oh no,
Bat
I'm sorry,
family
it was
members?
Orphan.
Oh,
was
it's
Orphan.
Cassie?
Yeah, it was Cassie.
No, I think Batgirl she showed up
was
in the
Detective
Okay.
as part of the team. I don't know if she's
No, the team was
Why are there
Batman,
so
Black
many-
Lightning, Katana, Orphan, and the Signal.
Yeah.
That was such a bull team.
Well, that's the thing. Like it. Like,
No one cares about the Signal.
No.
Yeah,
and honestly,
It's really Batman
Cassandra
heavy. Like,
and-
you have the Signal, Batman, and Orphan. Like, that's really Batman heavy. That's 3 out of your 5 characters. That's
yeah,
too
but
Batman
I
heavy
mean, to
for
be
me.
fair, it's called
What is
Batman
two?
and the Outsiders. Like,
True, but that's because Batman's on the team, not because the entire team
Bat
is basically the Bat family minus a couple people.
yeah, but I mean, when he created the Outside, I mean, Batman created the Outsiders.
which is why it was Batman.
Yeah,
and the
so
Outsider.
that was the thing. He
The original,
handpicked that
the other
entire-
2 were like Geoforce and the one girl that plays with lights. I don't remember. Who
Yeah,
it
but no,
was.
but I'm saying like the
Tesla?
original stuff was all
Did you
people that
see
he
Jen Bar-
handpicked, and it
Yeah.
makes sense that considering that they're not putting those characters in anything else.
The Signal and
Yeah.
Orphan?
Yeah,
I thought
because-
Orphan was involved in Detective.
But it's not the Bat family anymore. It's literally just detective stories now.
when my
Tinian
husband left, he they stopped the Bat family kind of thing that he was working on.
Oh.
So that book stopped becoming a Bat family book and became a Bat book.
To be fair, the Signal and Orphan are really not characters that I am super into. So
Cassie,
You don't like Cassie?
Cassie
I've
brings
read
up
nothing with Cassie in it, so it's not.
I love Cassie.
Oh,
It really doesn't matter for me.
we can fix it.
Other than
We can fix you.
I always
other
preferred-
than the Night of the Monster Men.
I've honestly always
we
preferred
can fix
Stephanie.
that.
Where she was-
honestly.
You did prefer Stephanie, and you're
It
not
took
the-
me a really long time to like Stephanie, though. And it's thanks to the Batgirl books that Devon gave me.
by Brian Q. Miller.
that I like.
That
Stephanie
is a great book.
Such a good book.
But-
Tinian writes her as an insufferable.
Yes.
Well, that's how everyone wrote her when she was spoiler.
That's
because
the thing. That's
Yeah.
what they were
That's
going
how,
back
I mean,
to.
honestly, don't get me wrong,
didn't-
I love Chuck Dixon.
She
But
pops
he created
up
Spoiler,
in
and she is just an annoying
Garbage.
character.
Fletcher and Stewart's Batgirl of Burnside. That run, she pops up, and she's not terrible, but she's not great either.
I like it when she pops up in Genevieve Valentine's Catwoman
Catwoman?
book because she trains her, and that's
Okay.
where Spoiler starts to learn to fight is through Selena, and that made me
Okay.
very happy.
But yeah, so I mean that's the thing. So the book, right now as it stands, the book is
Just
yes, it's gone right now off the schedule. It's so yeah, the moving on of the canceled books, the next thing we have up here is that for FF fans, there's some big news there.
What?
Fantastic Four #7 is going to be the return of Galactus.
is he gonna be gold?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see.
He shouldn't be.
Yes, he should.
I thought he lost the gold thing. I
Did
thought
he
he was
lose?
purple again.
No, if he's
No, I
still
thought-
like
Yeah, I thought it was
gold.
in the Infinity War build-up, or in Infinity Wars he
No,
no,
that
to beat
was
Ultron.
no,
to beat
that was
Hank
that
Ultron.
wasn't him. That was Rocket built the Galactus suit again. It was a fake Galactus.
No, that was a different.
That was an Infinity Countdown.
No,
It was
the fake Galactus was used against the tree guy, right? That was
He uses the fake the Galactus a lot.
okay, yeah.
Anywho,
But no,
so-
I'm pretty sure in the Infinity War things, he's like, dude, if you do this, you're gonna become Galactus, the Planet Eater again.
So
And
we
then he's
don't
like,
know
yeah.
what color Galactus is.
Okay, yeah.
Let's
Okay,
just
so
go from there.
Galactus is coming back, and it's going to be him
probably gonna be
fighting
purple,
Doctor
let's be real.
Doom. So him
Interesting.
and Doctor Doom going at it is going to be kind of epic.
Could-
Have they ever shrunk down Galactus?
I was just gonna say, couldn't you just step on him?
I want to know. Did they
I
have
don't
they ever
know,
made
'cause
Galactus
Doom's
like a
got-
human dude?
He's Doom, though.
No, I don't
Like,
think
I
so.
don't...
That'd be a really interesting
I love
storyline to
Doom.
just shrink Galactus down and make him like converse with people.
That'd be fun.
That'd be a fun.
I'm the devourer of worlds.
I want if Marvel ever
What
puts
size
a book
coffee
out
did you
like that
want?
out. That'll be my idea. I want credit for that, Marvel.
Dear Kelly Thompson, make it happen. Because it'd
So-
be as entertaining as I need it to be.
So no, but that's going to be pretty cool. Doom fighting Galactus. That's and
Doom.
listen, like
Make
you know,
who's the writer you like that did Plastic Man?
Gail.
Gail Simone. Make her do that.
Oh, Gail Simone.
I don't think Gale works for Marvel ever.
She is.
Yeah, she's doing
Oh,
Domino.
that's right. She did
Domino.
Domino. That's right.
Did that end yet?
No, it's still going.
I heard a vicious rumor that it was ending.
No, it's just super delayed because the
vicious
artists
little
can't get their
rumor.
act together,
That sounds
so they have to keep finding fill-in artists.
Nice.
But yeah, so I mean that's gonna be cool. Fantastic Four, in February is the return of Galactus. Everyone's been asking about it. Like, when are they gonna fight Galactus again? When is the Galactus
Well,
story?
that's
And I'm
exciting
like,
that Marvel's
Well, now
finally
you
giving
have one.
people what they want.
yeah, now we have an answer. Honestly, I want to know when they're gonna fight Mole Man again.
Why?
Mole
Did they
Man?
kill Mole Man?
No, Mole Man's still. I
don't know
wouldn't kill
why I
Mole
thought
Man. Why do
someone-
you think Mole Man was dead? He's the Mole Man. He lives under the ground.
That doesn't mean he can't die.
No,
I'm
but
a
they've
Mole
got
Man.
They've got no reason to kill Mole Man. He's like the Underminer.
So
The
I
Underminer.
don't know what words you just said.
The,
The
Incredibles.
Underminer, yeah.
The Underminer.
The mailman
You
from
still have no
Cheers.
idea, never mind.
You
Dance,
haven't seen
mailman.
the second Incredibles yet?
No.
With
Dance,
It's
mailman.
yeah, you had the buzzer. Yeah,
I saw the
that's
thing
great.
with the raccoon that like made me kind of pee my pants. a
Oh,
little.
actually,
Okay.
speaking
You
of
should
the
see the
mailman
whole
from
movie.
Cheers, I blew Will's mind the other day.
Phrasing.
Apparently he never knew that Janeway first appeared on Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that she was actually a guest star on the show.
Love
She was.
that woman.
I do really
For
love
3
that
episodes.
She's a very good actress.
And ironically enough, in Cheers, she was as bad a politician as she was a captain on Star Trek.
You can
Ooh.
get out of this room.
I like Voyager.
I really
love
like
Voyager.
in the beginning. I
She's-
really like a lot of all
Okay.
the times when they go back in time and she finds out about what she does.
Yeah.
There's a couple episodes where they do that when she finds out that she strands her crew in the Delta Quadrant and goes, that's really dumb. I'm not going to do that. And then the person's talking to her is like, no, you still need to do that. For everything to work out the way it does, you need to do that. And she's like, fine. But I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, no, that was just like, there you go. The most incompetent captain in all of Star Trek history. She's stranded
to save people, which is the Federation's
Can't
thing.
call her the most incompetent.
I wouldn't call her the most incompetent. I'd say Archer's pretty up there. Like, but only for the fact that he's not as experienced as the other ones.
He's useless. That whole show is useless.
Have you
Not
watched
really.
it?
No, I tried.
I'm almost
It's
done with
really
season
good.
4.
Devon
Season
really
4
likes
is
it.
season 4 is yes, very spicy. It's very good. It's very
Yeah,
good
the
stuff.
last two seasons. The season 3 with the war was
The
really good.
Zindi season? Oh my god. He literally shows up, like, they help out aliens, and then they're like, hey, remember when we helped you out earlier? Yeah, we need to steal your stuff. And then they steal the stuff and just leave them there. And I was like, what? What is this show?
So what were we at? Doom?
Yes.
Jimmy
Oh,
Galactus.
yeah.
And we were talking about the Mole Man and then the Underminer, and that's how we got
Yeah,
to where
Underminer!
Yeah, because he was from Cheers, and Janeway was on Cheers.
I always find a
Full
way to bring it
circle.
back to Star Trek. It's
That's
kind of
fair.
like you with your soaps.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Has she ever been on any type of soap opera?
Yes.
She's
Oh.
That's literally where she got her start.
is on soap operas.
Yep.
Is
It
that
was,
how she ended up
Well,
on
you
Orange
can
is the
tell.
New Black?
99% sure it was Guiding Light. Do not quote.
Nice.
You know what? We have to find that out.
While we find that out,
While
what's
we
our
find-
next bit of
The
news?
next bit of news is that there's 2 new DC movies in the works.
Go on.
2?
2!
Just
What are they
Two?
called?
2. They are starting development on a Blue Beetle movie.
Interesting. A very odd character
I
to start
like
off with.
Jaime.
I know you do, but why? No.
He is a good character. I'd be okay with that. I'd be more okay with it if it was a Blue Beetle Booster Gold buddy cop movie.
I would
but
watch that.
I would
Yeah.
watch that.
unfortunately,
We actually have to use Ted Cord.
that's true. That's
And-
true.
And
we would.
unfortunately for today's audience, Ted Cord is not ethnic enough for that.
Well, why
thing.
wouldn't you have
I
Ted
feel
Cord
like-
and Jaime together like they were in the Rebirth book?
That's probably what they might do. I feel like that's what they're going to do.
Oh, that's
I don't
right.
know.
I forgot
From
they
what,
made
from what,
Janeway and
from what they've been
Admiral.
talking about, they're saying that it's going to be very. It's just going to be about him with the alien armor, and it's going to be very space.
It
oriented.
might because
Why?
they've done like they did Rebirth
Come on,
with
5%.
that origin where he and Ted meet. They acknowledge that that's not what's supposed to happen. Like in the first issue,
Yeah.
because I bought it, Fate shows up in his no, I think it's
It's
DC
in
Universe.
DC Rebirth. Yeah, it's
DC
in the,
Rebirth, the Zero issue. He's like, yeah, you weren't supposed to meet. This is weird and wrong. And he's like, what?
But yeah, no. So yes, there's a Blue Beetle movie in the works. It's going to be dealing with Jamie Reyes as the Blue
Jaime.
Beetle.
I massively stand.
You are the first person who I've ever encountered to call him Jamie. Everyone else calls him Jaime.
I massively stand corrected.
His name's Jaime.
Okay.
She first shows up in Dallas for like 3 episodes.
Oh my god.
Oh.
But she started on Ryan's Hope. I apologize, world.
Okay, well now you've corrected your mistake
Yes.
on the same podcast, so hopefully no one was so mad that
I
you made
know.
that mistake that they left. You do
Oh,
fact
by
checking.
the way,
I've heard
actually,
of
real quick,
one of
a
those
little bit of
soaps.
fact checking I found out. Remember when we were talking about Mickey Mouse and in relation to how old he was to Superman and such and such? He's actually older. He debuted in the 1920s, not the 30s.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah.
Mickey Mouse was a year older than my
Wow.
grandmother. That's
I thought you were going to say a year older than you, and I was like...
yes. Mickey Mouse is a year older
I'm
than I am.
I'm like looking at you, and I'm
so
like...
I'm 89.
I'm
Thank
like,
You look
you.
What
great.
exactly?
Yeah,
Thank
that-
you.
It's that. It's that Emma Frost
Just-
power she's got. She's just like it's just a veil.
Is that Emma? Oh,
They
Yeah,
make,
Emma's
they make
super old.
reference to it.
And she just uses her mind powers to make it.
She's
It's a veil
really
she puts
not
on.
that old.
So again, Blue Beetle is one of the
Hooray.
movies
Is the
that's
first
in
movie.
development, and we also have a Plastic Man movie in development.
okay.
Which I'm hoping that with the success, I'm going to say moderate success, of the Plastic Man miniseries,
Oh, Gail's book is
that
fantastic.
Gail is, remotely involved. Because she seems to be dipping her toe in,
She's not even involved in the Birds of Prey movie, though, is she?
She probably looked at the nonsense that Margot Robbie wanted to do and said, better not.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
To be fair, it was a Chuck Dixon book.
Oh, I agree.
originally.
I love Chuck Dixon's Birds
So
of
I mean,
Prey.
he
Hers is better.
I know how you feel, babe. Yeah. It's fair. I'm not fighting you on that. But for me, Chuck Dixon walks on water when it comes to 90s Batman related things.
Okay, fair.
Like that's when I think of my era of Batman.
Yeah,
it's Chuck Dixon. All the way.
For me, it's one of those things where there wouldn't have been a Gale book if it wasn't for Chuck, but
I think he handpicked her though.
Probably.
I think he actually did. I think he handpicked her because when he left all the spin-off books, because at one point the man was writing every Batman title.
Yeah, he was writing Robin.
Yeah, he handpicked because he picked
Batgirl. He was writing.
He was writing Batgirl. He was writing Birds of Prey, Catwoman, Nightwing. I believe he handpicked Devon Grayson.
Yeah, no, I know he handpicked Devon Grayson.
And I think he handpicked all of the creative writers for the books.
Yeah, listen, that's the thing. Devon Grayson was a great writer, but I want to know how much of it was actually the fact that he thought that she was a good writer, as opposed to the fact that her last name was Grayson.
I know.
Like I want to know like the actual thought process to that.
I love Devon Grayson. Though that Black Widow itsy bitsy spider.
The Grayson
book.
issues are actually where the Mid-Hudson Bridge shows up.
Yes, it is.
Up here with not the Mid-Hudson Bridge, the Bear Mountain Bridge.
Bear Mountain Bridge?
Yep.
Yeah. Because they actually Dick and I forgot who is it, Lady Shiva. He's fighting somebody at the castle on the little island.
Oh.
Yeah. Right off the bridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, my
Yeah.
used to be able to see the Bear Mountain Bridge from my
castle.
I
house.
love
Getting
that
ready.
book. That was a good book.
Yeah. So,
Fighting
but yeah. So I mean, the Plastic Man movie is
sorry.
going to be getting developed here, and
Well,
I just don't know
if.
I mean, I honestly, both of these movies is kind of like
Why?
these are not movie like star power movies.
Do you know what I think it is though? What it has the potential to do, if they wanted to release it as like for the app, the streaming service, as a like TV movie, quote unquote. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, but they're talking.
Those are some characters you could definitely do some DC Universe shows on. I wouldn't say they'd be front runners for your movie universe because you can't get a Flash movie off the ground, even though Ezra Miller still claims it's happening.
I'm sure.
I don't know when the Cyborg movie's supposed to come out. I don't think that's hit any hinders yet because that's supposed to be that's the last on their intended list.
That was like one of the as far as I knew, the Cyborg movie was actually canceled.
Yeah, I heard.
Was it?
Similar.
Okay.
You will have to fact check.
But I believe if I got this right, when they mapped out all the DC universe, it was Green Lantern was supposed to be the last film, and before it was Cyborg. So Cyborg wasn't supposed to be getting a film until a lot later. Actually, this year or next year,
who knows
when the schedule
was supposed to be June 2019 was when Cyborg was supposed to come out.
Did you need it? No. I didn't.
Not necessarily.
And honestly,
do I
here's
need
the thing, though.
Did you need a Cyborg movie?
The only reason.
No, I think he looks like Vic, but that suit is awful.
We needed a Martian Manhunter movie.
Well, here's the other thing too. The biggest thing is that, like Aquaman, the only reason why Aquaman was even still on the slate of movies was because they had already started filming it when Justice League came out.
That got greenlit for a second movie already.
Seriously?
We'll see.
That's
because Green Lantern got greenlit for 3 movies.
I didn't know that. I looked at that trailer and I was like, yeah, no, Deuce's World.
Yeah, no, Green Lantern got greenlit for 2
Guys, I want to remind you the Phantom Menace trailer was amazing.
Yes, it was.
The movie was not.
I love the movie.
The movie was garbage.
The movie holds a lot of...
I don't know, if you go back and you rewatch the Phantom Menace trailer, you kind of like realize it's actually just as boring as the movie.
Oh my god! Even as a child, I was bored.
I loved that movie.
Every time I watched it, I skipped it. I skipped to the end where they fight.
I love that movie.
Are you an angel?
Are you?
I hear all the space pirates talk about them. They live on some planet.
Is pod racing? I even skipped the pod racing part.
You know what the worst part about the pod racing part is?
What?
I hadn't actually watched the movie like after I watched it on VHS as a kid. So when I watched the Blu-ray release, I didn't know that he actually put the rest of the pod race in the movie. The theatrical version was they took out an entire lap.
Oh.
All
I
the
haven't
laps
watched
are in
it
this
as
movie.
much.
I've only watched The Long Lap.
Oh my god.
Can we just talk about Queen Amidala's like amazing fashion in that movie and why, for whatever reason, she can't do it for the other two movies? That is her strongest fashion in that entire franchise.
Because
She's
that wasn't
not-
the real queen.
I don't care.
No.
She
For
dies.
some of it is.
No, but she's not a queen in the next two movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
She's a
it's
senator.
revealed. It's revealed that Padme is the queen.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
It's
but-
also not Queen Amidala because Padme is
actually
Queen
That's
Amidala.
true.
Keira Knightley played, I thought, her
Yeah,
double.
yeah,
which
she
I
did,
thought was
because,
amazing.
Yes, because I love Keira Knightley and I'll watch anything that
and
woman
that,
is in.
That messed me up for years because
You thought they were the same person?
I straight up thought that they were the same person
No.
because they look so similar because of seeing them that young. Like now I'm better with it, but like there was a time where I was like, oh yeah, Keira Knightley's in that Black Swan. Oh no.
No,
Listen,
not
let me tell you
Keira
something.
Knightley.
The one thing I will say though, Phantom Menace did teach us something about
I'm
trade
concerned.
law, which was very
Yeah.
it was underappreciated in the future movies. If they had just dealt with the trade laws, it'd have been great.
yeah.
That movie
All those
looked-
Senate
2.5 hours of trade laws.
Yeah,
That-
what was he thinking dissolving the Senate in the fourth one? Like Jesus, man.
That
Third
movie
one?
almost
Third.
No,
killed-
in the fourth one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because there is a scene where
there's an
Tarkin says he
offhanded
dissolved
comment.
the Senate.
It's like, yeah, he just dissolved the Senate.
that movie almost killed poor Natalie Portman's career.
Well,
Yep.
so I'm very glad I didn't.
But regardless, on the DC film side, I'm like I said before, I'm optimistic for Aquaman and Shazam because they just look like generally fun movies. It looks kind of like DC's not trying anymore.
They're not trying
I'm
anymore.
so with
they're
you
animated.
with that Shazam movie. That
Is-
movie looks hilarious.
It does.
Shazam looks hilarious. I don't want my Aquaman to be hilarious, but that's
No.
beside the point.
I saw a scene where he's in the desert.
I saw
and he's
that
like, "Look,
scene.
we're stranded. There's nowhere. We're
Nada.
nowhere. Nada." Yeah, and then he falls through the sand into the little like fort that they find or the little building or whatever. But I was like, "Yep, this is
The
exactly
part of
what I thought
Atlantis
it
that
was
just
gonna be."
happens to be in the desert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Annalise, I
What?
thought you were about to say words.
Oh, the animated movies are fantastic. I don't know why the live action can't be like
Can't be that good.
Because they don't have the same people doing it.
I
That's true.
really am excited to see Nicole Kidman do some sort of fight scene.
Oh, that's right. She's in the
Only
movie.
because this is the thing. Walking into Thor 3, I was like, dude, Kate Blanchett is an actress. I'm gonna get some really cool choreographed sword fight. And she half-assed that hard. And I was like, okay. And now that I actually see Nicole Kidman fighting something, I'm like, I have that same glimmer of hope. And I love me some Nicole Kidman.
I do really like Nicole Kidman.
So.
I don't love Amber Heard, and I think her hair looks like Ariel, and that's irritating. But I like the
think
outfit.
in Justice League, her hair looked better. I don't know what the hell happened
Yeah.
between
Oh, okay.
Justice League and Aquaman.
Because it
where
went
it
from,
looked
like, oh,
spray paint.
Yeah, it looks like okay. That's not natural, but it's not terrible. And
No.
now it's fire engine red,
Yeah.
and I want to know why. That's not Mara. So
No.
why?
We're really
I don't
nitpicking on the
Anyway.
stupid shit on Elise.
We'll
I
see.
love Mara so much.
The overall consensus, we'll see. What's next?
Oh yeah,
Netflix canceled Daredevil.
which is fine because he's gonna pop up in the Black Widow movie.
That's what I think they're doing because I didn't know that. And with
Are
all
they going
the other
to stay with Charlie Cox?
Yes,
oh,
Okay.
it is.
they would not.
Yeah, it is
switch that.
rumored that he.
It is Charlie Cox. Okay.
It is Charlie Cox.
Of course.
if they do it,
Okay.
it's still being thrown around. But yes,
I wouldn't be surprised if they did, if they stuck with it. I would be surprised if they didn't, if they cast somebody else.
I like
But
Charlie Cox.
I think if they're going to do that, put them in the MCU, then yes, canceling their shows is probably a logical decision because
Can
that would
I-
ruin the shows.
before we go
Why would it
forward,
ruin the shows?
Because you would have to then acknowledge that they now are on speaking terms with the entire Avengers. And that would cause many corners to be backed into for the writers.
Not really,
Because Kingpin's running around Hell's Kitchen. Well, let me call Thor.
well, why
They
would
don't
you
do that in the comics.
Yeah, why would you deal with Thor for
They don't do it in the comics.
Yeah,
I have a
because they don't
question.
acknowledge that all the time, because that would be a really big problem.
With this topic that we're speaking of, what or how much of Daredevil season 3 are we allowed to discuss?
I haven't seen any of it.
I haven't seen it
are
either.
are we avoiding spoilers or what?
Yes,
I would
because I
avoid
haven't seen it.
spoilers.
That is not my problem, but you will. Because you're such a Daredevil fan, Annalise, I will allow it.
Oh, I don't care about spoilers,
well, then
so
fantastic.
it's just
Sorry
it's
about
just-
it, Will. No,
We're
kidding.
not spoiling Daredevil season 3. We're not going into much
it's just
detail about it.
courtesy for
Okay,
Will.
so here's the thing. I don't think they're gonna go there. If they do anything with the movies, it's gonna be guest spots. They're not gonna be doing big budget.
I think it'd be cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think but the shows are still gonna remain. Disney, whether or not it's going to be on Disney Plus or not, there's been talk that they're not going to put any type of rated R content on there. But Disney also owns now 60% of Hulu. And they already have Runaways on there. And the other shows that they have on Freeform and Fox are on Hulu already. So we're going to see...
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Am I gonna lose my Misfits because Disney sucks?
What are you talking about?
It's not a Marvel. It's not. It's a Hulu original series that has to do with BBC. It is a British
Is that the second revival of that?
Misfit. This is an old show.
Yeah, there was an American
This is-
revival. There was a BBC version. There was an American version that tried and never made it.
Are you thinking of Skins?
I am thinking of Skins.
Yeah.
Thank
no. Okay.
you.
So Misfits is a bunch of delinquents get
For knowing.
hit with.
I was
Yeah.
talking.
Hit. I actually like the American Skins
I
for a
do
hot
too.
second. They get hit with a freak storm and they all get superpowers, but they're also terrible people because they're on probation and they're doing their community service, and it's fantastic. They killed their probation worker. It's lovely.
Okay.
I just if
I don't
Disney
No, I don't know.
Disney's
Disney
not
just...
stupid. They're
No,
gonna
they
let
all-
whatever's working work.
Yeah, they're going to keep
Well,
the
it-
contracts with everybody else.
It ended a while ago. It's just like Cassidy from Preacher. That's where he got. Yeah, Joseph Gogan's on that.
Cassidy.
Yeah, but
Cassidy.
again, so I think that's where I think that's where all those shows are going to go.
That's interesting.
They're all going to go to Hulu and because it's going to be it's
But
a
I'm
streaming
okay
service.
with that.
Yeah.
I pay for that.
So we're good with that.
I don't pay for that.
We also have the fact that they've announced they're going to be doing a Shang-Chi movie.
Why?
Oh, what?
Shang-Chi is the martial arts master in the Marvel universe. He comes from the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu comic, so it's going to be their first Asian-led movie that they're going to do.
I mean, from that aspect, good for them, but I'm not familiar with the character at all. He's definitely nowhere near A-list, I suppose, but...
Guardians of the Galaxy. That's all I have to say at
Yeah.
this point.
Guardians were not an A-list character.
They were not, yeah. You're right.
That's it. That's my argument generally. Well, we don't know who they are. No one knew who the Guardians were.
No.
Nope.
Not a single person outside of the people that walk into a comic book store.
That's true.
I didn't even know who
Like
they
at
were.
least Shang-Chi, at least people who are into martial arts are like, oh yeah, that's the guy that Marvel created because they wanted a Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
There you
pretty
go.
much.
Like that's kind of where we're at with that. But yeah, no, I mean they have I guess they have a Asian American writer writing the script. His name is Dave Callahan.
Callahan.
Not Callahan.
That's what I thought. I was like,
Callahan.
wait, what?
I had to enunciate that. I wrote it down. I read the article. I said Callahan. Okay. So yes,
Interesting. Go on.
and you know what? I mean, this is gonna sound like really terrible of me,
Go on.
but it's like
You are actually allowed to be terrible on this topic.
not really because I mean at the same time my name doesn't sound like I'm part Asian. My name is not Asian at all. But like I mean I look at this guy's Dave Callahan and I'm like that doesn't say
listen,
Asian
no.
at
What's
all.
He
wrong?
probably is the same with you. You had a
No.
white father. He probably does too.
You leave
Yeah,
so-
leave him alone in his suburban house with his Kia. I don't know.
Wow.
I couldn't think. What's the car that everyone hates?
Hyundai.
Subaru.
No, it's
The-
like the
a
green
Prius.
car. Prius. Thank you. Yes.
Leave it
Did
alone.
she say Prius?
Leave it
did.
alone.
She said Prius.
What is a Prius?
But thank you for reading my mind on that. Leave him
That
alone.
ranks right up there with the people who say bagel.
Okay, I don't
Do you
say
say crayon?
Why do you say
no.
Prius?
There's a reason why I say Prius instead of Prius.
Why do you say
One
Prius?
arguably my favorite TV show was before Jeremy Clarkson punched the producer and got fired. was the British Top Gear.
Oh.
And they call it a Prius with as much disdain and loathing
I won't
as
make
you
fun
can
of you.
imagine.
My father calls Home Depot Home Depot.
Okay, but no, it's... I pronounce it that way, not intentionally anymore, but because I hate them so much. Because it is supposed to be a green car. It is so bad for the environment to create the battery for the thing that no matter how many years you have the car, it's still...
This is legitimately why I said the car that everyone hates, because I knew one of you would know the name of it.
I need to not go on this rant right now.
So what were we talking about? Who are we now?
Like, they need to mine in Africa to get a specific ingredient for this battery. Do they know how many...
Do they at least bless the rain down in Africa first?
No.
Oh, bless them.
Okay.
You're good.
This man's not very attractive. Callahan.
Well, I don't know
Annalise,
if
honey, he's writing or directing, so you don't have to stare at him.
There's just something... I don't...
Anyway.
Like, I mean, have you seen a lot of these authors? I'm just... I mean, to be fair...
Tom King.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? Tom King is not hot. Tom King is just so nerdy and adorable, and I know he's killed
Brubaker,
like
though.
500 people.
Pause.
Don't judge me.
I still love it.
I know you do.
Anyway.
I'll show you in a minute.
Although, however, Mark Andrenko, that is the man that should have gotten
Let's
my
do
phone
it for
number.
our country.
Let's do it for... Anyway. It was a joke between...
I know. I get
He's
it.
adorable.
Anyway.
And he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
So, Shang-Chi movie, that's happening. Will, we got some big Firefly news.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have, Anyway, we've got the Firefly comic is coming out, the new Boom Studios comic. They're doing a one-shot, which is going to be act as a year one for the Saffron character from the Mrs. Reynolds episode of Firefly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Why not? It was fun. It was a good episode. Good ep, guys. It was a good ep.
I think I like her second episode better.
Shit too.
Yeah, remember they do the heist? It starts off with Mal's like it's stranded in the desert with naked.
Right.
And he goes, yep, that was a good heist.
Yep, that was a good heist.
It was a good heist.
I don't think I hated any of the episodes that were in season 1, honestly. I think it got extreme. I think it should have lasted way longer than it should have.
I love how you established that. I love all the episodes in season 1. Like there's a season 2 of episodes you can hate.
I wish there was a season 2 I could hate.
Yes, so do I. I feel like that would be leagues better than everything that's happened.
Would it though?
The movie was good. It just I had a lot of
movie was
problems
what?
with what they did with it.
Requesting more of a show, wanting it to be better, and knowing that it...
Listen, okay, Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon's an ass,
legitimately.
but he's not David Lynch.
Are you sure?
David Lynch is crazy.
Are you sure?
David Lynch literally sat there and said, "Oh yeah, I don't do nostalgia. So everything that anyone liked about Twin Peaks, I'm not even putting that in there because I don't wanna. I want to make a new show.
Sorry,
but we're gonna
Matt.
call it Twin Peaks."
Yeah, you want to talk about, like, come on, let's bounce back to that. You could have a whole silent episode of, like, 10 minutes of Bob's face, like, and a goddamn nuclear explosion.
Yep.
Yeah, that I fell asleep in.
Nice.
No. Hold on. Stop for a second. Rewind here.
Go on.
There's only one reason we fell asleep during that goddamn
No,
episode.
that was a boring episode.
No, there's only one reason we fell asleep during that episode, and
I
you know
know
what the
why.
reason. Yeah, what was the reason, Steve?
The reason was because we had to binge watch the
Yeah.
most of season 2 or 3.
Yeah,
The
Mel.
return.
We had to
for
watch.
Mel.
We had to watch 5-hour-long Showtime episodes in a row, starting
Why?
at like 9 o'clock at night.
Why?
The only
Because
show that
Mel-
that's like acceptable with is Shameless. I almost swore.
No. So we the thing was we were me and Steve were watching Twin Peaks, the new Showtime
Return.
series, the Return, and they we had already done this once, where they actually released the first 4 episodes in one night,
And we did it.
and we did it. We watched all 4 episodes.
It was a pill.
starting at like 11 o'clock at night because
I literally got home at like 6 in the morning.
I think you spent the night that night.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't leave that night.
Yes, I
did.
did.
You? Well, in any case, so
Because remember, it wasn't until I got there that we found out that the 4 episodes were up.
yes, that is true.
Because you were still working at the pizzeria.
Yeah, yeah. So I got, and the thing was, like, we went all out for this thing, man. I picked up a cherry pie from the bakery next door.
It was so good.
We made
I don't even
coffee.
like
Yeah, it
cherry
was
pie.
great. I actually got the coffee that was actually made by oh God, why can't I think
Dougie?
of his yeah, no, the guy. Oh my God, Kyle MacLachlan. There we go. Kyle MacLachlan has his own brand of coffee. He's the main character of Twin Peaks. His name's Dale Cooper in the
He's
show.
also Daisy's
I
father
love
in
him.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
I don't watch the show, but I love that man.
So,
He's the most adorable thing.
Daisy's father in... Oh,
Agents of
right.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right.
Yes.
Yep, I know who that guy is.
So
He's been in a lot of
That
things.
explains
he's also the
coffee
captain on How I Met
ring.
Your Mother.
Okay. Wow, Brian is really detailed with his artwork.
So what happened was.
What happened was...
We were trying to get. We were like.
Ring is that coffee that Devon bought.
We were 8 episodes in. Like it was. We were getting together for the 8th
Props to
episode that
Brian.
night. The Sunday night it was premiering, and I had given Melissa my Showtime password to catch up, so she could come and watch the show with us that night, so she could start coming and watching it every week with us. And I had told her, like, yeah, like I was texting her all day because she didn't have work that day, and I was like, "Did you watch the episodes yet? Are you caught up yet?" She's like, "Oh, I'm doing laundry." Okay, it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna start watching it soon," and I'm like, "It's 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got some episodes to watch here." So I misunderstood her when she said that I misunderstood her when she said she was up to episode 5. I thought she had watched through episode 5, so we would have only had to watch 3 episodes, 6, 7, and 8.
Which wasn't bad.
Which wouldn't have been bad. But I got home late, and the 3 of us started talking, because you know how it is when we all get together. We all just, like, get off on a rant.
Just
much
like the podcast.
just like this one. And then we just, we started this at, like, we didn't finish till, like, 5 in the morning.
I went home then.
And the thing was is that the 8th episode, it's basically the entire episode silent. And it's in black and white. And it's just very slow. And it's literally David Lynch unleashed.
On crack.
I remember you telling me about it the
Yeah,
next morning.
it's an experience.
Light.
So the thing was is that I was fading in and out.
I was gone.
I of the 3 of us, I'm the only person who's actually rewatched this episode.
Okay.
Because I had to
rewatched it. I have not rewatched it.
I had to rewatch this. I rewatched this episode the same day after I got some sleep.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, I have to figure out what's going on because I was, and when I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, cool. This actually like makes sense. I got what they're doing now. Like I'm understanding where this is
I gave
going.
up.
Right.
Mel and him are just both convinced that the episode made no sense. I was like, yeah, it doesn't make sense when you fall asleep for 15 minutes at a clip.
I was tired. You
But-
cannot blame me.
That is my Twin Peaks rant for the day. We were talking about Firefly.
We were.
119. 119.
Ironically enough, that was actually a code for which page of the book to turn
I
to
know.
in the second book to find out the information about
About
the one
Jamie.
character. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of clues and things wrapped into all this.
Anyway.
Don't go down this rabbit hole ever.
I
Don't
won't. I
do
wasn't
it.
planning on it.
Good.
But anyway,
I don't like
I think we've said our piece. I'm excited. More Firefly stuff coming out.
We haven't talked about the fact that the SpongeBob creator passed away.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah.
know.
we should. I'll put a timestamp for this special part. I am Did you see Nickelodeon's tribute to them?
No, I haven't
It was
watched.
very.
I
It was
haven't
actually.
watched.
It was actually pretty moving, to be honest.
Yeah.
They cut a bunch of SpongeBob clips together over music, and there's some pretty like nut stuff. And at the end, there's the words that say like "Thank you, Stephen Heinberg." What was his last name? How do you pronounce that? Hillenburg.
Anyway, did you sign the petition for the Super Bowl thing?
I did not, but there's 500,000 signatures.
Yeah.
I plan on doing so.
I really hope that they do that. Like that.
I would be surprised if they didn't, because of how like adamant people are about it. I mean, it was a very dedicated part of the... So you know that episode where they play Sweet Victory? When they formed the band, Squidward forms the band, and they play Sweet, Sweet Victory, yeah, that one. And they go up to the real world in the football stadium, and they're like, these are some ugly fish, and it's just people who painted their face.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
my favorite
real,
SpongeBob
just stop,
episode.
stop for a second. He's never seen an episode of SpongeBob.
I have tried to watch it.
Oh my god.
What?
I don't find it funny.
Even as like a kid?
Even my dad likes it.
Jesus Christ.
My dad's favorite character was
Hillenburg.
Squidward.
That's pretty great. Mine was
Oh no,
Patrick.
my dad's favorite character was Plankton. I do like the episode though where Squidward tries to take the day off because Mr. Krabs isn't there, and he keeps having these horrible nightmare
Are
scenarios.
you finished with those errands? Is it that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he keeps having this nightmare scenario where he's like, oh my god, SpongeBob doesn't know how to make change. He's going to burn the place down. He doesn't know how to work the register. And then he finally gives up and just goes into work. And SpongeBob's like, Squidward, we never turned the close sign to open. No one ever would have come in. And Squidward's just like, I'm done.
Squidward just faints, I think.
No,
he deflates.
His nose deflates, yes.
His nose. Yeah.
And then he deflates, and it's very...
No, I relate to Squidward. When he's trying to teach all of them how to play the instruments in that episode. Oh, I feel that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I feel that so good.
What's our next topic?
But yes,
Really?
we are sad that
Steven
Steven has left us. Hillenburg has left us because SpongeBob was a very big part of my childhood growing up.
Mine as well.
There's a lot of fun early episodes of SpongeBob.
Oh my god, my favorite is actually the pin that you got me, which is Oi Me Noi Me Noi.
The Doodle
Oh,
Bob
The
episode.
Doodle Bop episode, my favorite, because it has my two favorite lines in SpongeBob history. Where's the leak, ma'am? And Finland! That's my favorite scene in all of SpongeBob was the bowling.
I always kind of like the pie bomb episode.
Oh god.
Pies are bombs. That one was good.
It's like
The one where they're all like calling
The
Sandy
boy
like
cries
"Get
you
a
a
sweater,
sweater of tears, and you kill him.
there's that one. The
I'm
winter
gonna-
one, the
oh.
hibernation one was good.
No, the best
No.
was the follow up to that. Was the best. The ending of that scene was when he sits there. He goes, I'm gonna make this the best day of his life, Mr. Krabs. I'm gonna make him so happy he's gonna drown in it. He's gonna drown in it. Note to self: watch out for Squidward.
Watch out to Squidward. I love that.
The band episode's my favorite, and then I do really
That
like
one,
the ripped my pants episode.
When I ripped
Yes.
my pants.
We actually, me and my brother we had memorized that entire song at one point.
And the
we
fool
would-
who went
we
and
had
ripped
actually-
his pants.
We actually had that memorized. That's how. Just
God, I'm trying. Oh, the jellyfish episode where they have like a dance party. That one's great.
Oh my
the
god,
one
that
where
one was
where you
great.
get the
Firmly
believe,
grasp
right?
it.
where he.
That's
Yeah.
a different episode,
but
I
that's
love
fantastic.
that's another one of my favorites.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it. That one's another one of my favorite
How
scenes.
about the
You look so
episode?
lost.
F is for friends
And who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime and all down here in the deep blue
Steven's
sea.
Oh, that's such a
F
good
is for fire that
Burns
burns down
down
the whole
town.
town. U is for uranium.
Bombs. N is for no survival.
Plankton. That's not what friends are all about.
Oh yeah, that's a great. You look
That was
terrified.
a really good one, but
I could have gone out to smoke a cigarette for this.
that was such a fun show as a kid. It was
It was the early, like I said, the early seasons were pretty fun.
oh, they were so good.
So
Up to like there was that really good one where they're all calling Sandy a pussy for needing a helmet. Remember that? They were like, sea creatures are better.
And then
wasn't that they were? No, I thought they were messing with her because
She's
they were trying to get her to go to her Texas
Oh,
party.
yeah.
Wasn't that the same? Was that the same episode?
maybe.
I don't.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. The one where
Yeah,
they
'cause
kept
at the
daring
end-
each other for different. Yeah, and she has to put the pickle jar on her head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
she can't breathe, and then at the end they go up and they all get attacked by seagulls, so she has
seagulls,
to go
yes.
up and save them. That's where they're all when they go on
Yeah.
land, they're all operated by like little metal sticks.
Yeah.
And then when they all come up out of the water, they're all sitting there. They're like, yeah.
I love
oh,
Squidward when
Yeah.
when Squidward's the last one, and they're like, he's like, what?
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great.
That was a good one.
Oh.
Dumb old Texas. That's a different
Yeah,
episode.
that-
That,
no,
was good
and-
too.
yeah, but
There's
that
the
episode-
worm episode. I like that one.
Yeah,
John.
but no, the
The
Texas.
Alaskan bullworm.
Bullworm.
Let's just take Bikini Bottom and
And
put
push
it
it
somewhere else. That just might be a good idea to get us all killed. I don't think that's the.
He's trying to kick my butt. How many times do we have to teach you, old man?
How many times do we have to teach you, old man? Oh, remember the one robber that keeps trying to like punch him, but he can't because SpongeBob is like made of
Oh
rubber.
yeah. He's a
No, that's the
sponge.
episode where the guy's gonna beat him up. The guy in boating school.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
And
there's
then-
also the robber that he keeps getting confused, like the prisoner, because there's the triangle guy that's like trying to beat him up, but then no, that was the strangler. That was a different
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
I was confusing that with
But
the
he's
strangler
a sponge,
episode.
so
Either way, both of
Doesn't-
them don't succeed.
I really want.
Yeah.
I
Hot
always
Topic
thought-
has a Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy T-shirt, and I want that one.
But yeah, so next up there's as everybody knows, Conan has become part of the Marvel franchises again. He's gonna be having his 2 new comics coming out, just regular Conan and the Savage Sword of Conan. It's 2 books, 2 titles.
Another title spiraling out of it, though. The Pirate Queen.
Yeah, but that's a one shot. That's not.
Oh, is it a one
Yeah,
shot?
it's a one shot.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's actually part of this. Is the Age of Conan? It's going to be.
know how to
Actually, I was
pronounce
going
it
to
either.
ask you this. Do you know how to? Are you familiar with any Conan stuff?
Not particularly.
Okay. Apparently, I was looking up how to pronounce the Queen of the Black Coast's name.
Okay.
It's B-E, but above the E is like a little like triangle thing.
It's a little hat, like they have in French.
Yeah. So it's and then it's Lit. And I was looking up how to look, and I guess they were saying that because of where the text is from and where it is in the region, it's more of like a more Hebrew mixed with other things. So how would you pronounce the name? Like I was still like some people were saying it's pronounced Belay.
Possibly. I don't. If I'm looking at it from, where is she from?
Okay.
Like, where is the island? I'm assuming it's an island because.
I'm not really entirely sure she's the Queen of the Black Coast. I'm not sure where the Black Coast is.
I don't know
Um,
if it's real, though. That's what I meant. Like, I think it's a
Where
false.
that accent mark is placed, it could be pronounced a couple different ways. Personally, I'd probably say Bali.
Okay, I'm good with that. That's also one of the ways they had said to pronounce it, Bali. Yeah. So, okay. So, yes, there is going to be an Age of Conan special dealing with the Queen of the Black Coast, who is one of his most renowned companions in all of the stories. Her name is Bali.
That's how I'd
Yes.
pronounce it.
But bigger news about Conan is that Marvel is taking full advantage of this, and they are actually going to be bringing him into the Marvel Universe proper, starting with issue 5, I believe, of Avengers: No Road Home, where Scarlet Witch is going to be opening a gateway to the.
Go on.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, she's going to be opening a gateway to Conan's time period, which is the Hyborian Age. So it's going to be them, and I guess I'm not sure if he's going with them, or if they're going to start making, like, the Hyborian Age, like, the prehistoric version of Marvel, which would be pretty cool, like the...
Well, especially
like-
with everything that they were doing
Yeah.
with Jason Aaron's whatever the hell that was.
Oh, the 10,000 or
Yeah.
10 billion BC, yeah. So that'd be pretty cool. That'd be a fun thing to do. So yeah, a lot of big plans for Conan in 2019. I'm not usually been a big Conan fan, but I'm actually kind of excited about some of the Marvel stuff. So
We shall see.
yeah. The last bit of news we have is that Brian K. Vaughan actually recently signed a deal with Legendary TV for all of his creator-owned properties, and he's also going to be developing new material for them for television.
Which is super exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know where they're going to be putting a lot of this, considering
That's what I'm wondering.
a lot of his stuff is...
Mature?
Yeah.
I mean, especially Saga.
I love Saga,
I mean,
though.
the thing is that I don't know if they'll ever actually do Saga, because Brian K. Vaughan even said in an interview he purposely wrote the book the way he did and does things in the book the way he does so they can't adapt it.
Which is fair. I mean, the Will's ex-girlfriend alone, to see her on the big screen, I wouldn't sleep for weeks. Oh, that's right. You don't read it, and neither does he.
Oh,
Nope.
yeah, she's
Oh.
horrifying.
Yes, she is. And they
What
have
is
sex. And then you also have
The
Prince.
random splash page openers of the TV head guy.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
And his
Yeah.
wife giving birth is like, oh god. That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's like robot vagina right there. And yeah. Yep,
Thank God
that-
for robot vagina.
But no, hold on. I'll find you the Will's girlfriend. The Will is my favorite character.
Is that
He was one of mine up until a certain point.
Fair.
Yeah, because he kind of really does just...
I like his sister.
Oh, the one who has the other cat? Or the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no.
Right?
Is that his sister?
Doesn't
The Black Bounty Hunter, right? That's not his...
No, that's his girlfriend.
That's his ex-girlfriend.
Well, ex-girlfriend. Well, thank you. Spoilers. But I'm reading it slowly because it stopped and it's not coming back for a while.
What are you laughing at?
I can't believe my parents grew up in a generation of such great music, and I got ugly rappers that look like Skittles. I think that's pretty hilarious.
That's amazing.
Quote of the day.
That is amazing.
That's sharing
Will's
with you.
quote of the day.
But yeah,
Sharing with you
so
people.
actually, I'm actually more excited to see some of his other stuff. Like I mean, they already have Why the Last Man in development, but that's not going to be.
is.
There she
Oh.
goes again. What is this?
That's the Will's ex-girlfriend. He has sex with that.
Do they show that?
Yes.
Let me
Like
see
how
this.
it would work?
I mean, I could go get a trade of Saga and show you if you
Like,
really
where
want.
would
I mean,
that-
listen, I want to see the photo first.
Out of scientific interest alone.
He's like in love with her and I can't. But no, I like...
Wait, how far are you?
Oh, no, I'm on like 30, 35.
Oh, okay. So you know.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, she's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no,
He's crazy.
I love her. I love him though.
I almost stopped reading the book at like issue 18
Why?
because because I thought they killed Lion Cat.
Oh no.
The episode the issue where something goes wrong on the ship and they get sucked out
Yeah.
into space. I was like,
I
no.
know.
I was like, if the next issue you tell me the cat's dead, I'm done. I'm done, Brian. However,
Yeah.
oh, you're not that far yet. There's some stuff that happens.
I'm so excited. But
You
no.
might actually really hate the Will.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I could hate him. I like some pretty like evil, twisted people.
Not with what happens. When you catch up,
Aw.
you're gonna be like, wow.
Oh, I love the Will.
The Will is.
I have the Chase exclusive pop where he's covered in blood because he popped the pedophile's head. Wow, I'm tired.
You'll
at
get
this
it.
point.
It's
and
okay.
so begins his saga of being on the run.
Taking on the run, baby.
Band on the run.
Band
On the run.
Okay.
Anyway.
Listen.
Moving on.
Okay, we start singing Band on the Run, it's okay. We literally sang 2 versions of the Fun song.
That's true.
What?
Yeah, but that's different.
Fun
I
song.
think, was this the podcast where we were talking about Band on the Run? Like
No.
whether that was Paul McCartney and Wings?
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
Paul McCartney and Wings.
No, it was.
No, it wasn't.
But yes, it was. But I think we had an I think I was maybe I was listening to a podcast that did that. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
What do we got going
But it
on
was
now?
Paul McCartney and Wings. Yes, it was. I listened to it like a month ago. For a reason or
He's right.
no, it was. I'm pretty sure it was because I'm pretty sure you sang it and you were like, "Who did that?"
Yeah.
And it was Band on the Run.
sounds
I think it's
vaguely-
one of the episodes we've
what
done.
Have we got,
Either way,
So anyway, next up we got the new releases.
new releases.
We actually have.
Whoa.
Because we didn't do it last week. We actually had some big ones from last week.
We got
as
some
well.
throwbacks.
Yeah, we got some throwbacks.
Some throwbacks. We got
Throwbacks
some
we'll start with
throwbacks.
first. So two of the big new releases from last week were Martian Manhunter, #1. How was that, Will? Did you read that?
I actually haven't read it yet, but I'm very excited for it. Like,
Did
I
you-
bought it. I bought
Yeah.
it as soon as it came out.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about the style.
You can come in and get the book, and oh no, he's
back.
I think he's here.
This guy's back.
I
What's
think I
going
hear
on?
You want to at least wait for Annalise to play this?
guys, I hear you talking about the Martian Manhunter book, and I really enjoy it. Sir, can you please leave? Actually, I want to come in and I want to talk about this book, guys. Guys, I want to talk about it. I read it, and I'm gonna tell you something.
Who let you in?
It was really nuts. I have my ways.
Who are you?
And does that matter?
Yes.
Does that matter?
Yes,
Does it really? Does it
Hi,
really
911.
No,
I don't know,
call the cop. I'm just as dedicated as you guys. I've asked to be on this show. Have you? Yes. Yes, I have.
Where?
I've asked. I all my comments have gone unanswered. And I'm
Wait,
very
we have
sad.
comments?
I'm very sad. Personal messages I have sent.
What's your feelings on Martian Manhunter?
I have to tell you, it's a pretty crazy book. You have to read it. You have to come down to the store and read it.
What about it makes
Read
it
it.
crazy though?
It's pretty crazy. I
What-
gotta tell
why?
you, it's pretty nuts. It's a pretty nuts book. It's a pretty nuts. Is it? It's pretty nuts.
Are you? What about the writing did you like?
You gotta just read it. It's very intense especially for a first issue. It gets right into it. It takes you. You just.
We're Jewish and from a borough.
Just taking you right into it.
We have a visitor.
We have a visitor. This guy just showed up on Annalisa in the middle of us talking about new releases.
I don't know what he's doing here, man. You know what? I'm gonna let her have the mic, and I'm just gonna leave.
Bye.
Bye.
This is the
Now you
thing.
scared him off.
I feel
Felt
like I
very-
might have saved everyone.
Thank you. You actually shortened it by 30 minutes. Thanks for being here.
I feel like we should ask him something about Shazam. You should go get him.
I'm leaving.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He can take my spot.
So the other, so Will, I mean, you said you haven't read it yet, but
I haven't, so I didn't have as much fun as obviously he did. But
do we even know who his name?
no, did you get any messages? or
No,
anything
not that I know of.
that
What,
he
the
sent
Jewish
you?
man from what borough is it again?
I don't know. He didn't tell us where he was from.
I
What his
feel
name
like
was.
assuming from his accent that he is Jewish is kind of.
In her,
It's
in
kind of
her
He
defense.
might have been Italian. You don't
No,
know.
because I'm with her. I'm with her. Because the last time that he popped in.
And it is the week of Hanukkah, so
Oh, yeah.
he's
That's
clearly
true. He
here to
might be
celebrate
excited.
with us.
You're making a lot of assumptions here.
Wow.
Well, I'm
Maybe
glad
you
that
can
I
ask him when he comes back.
God, he's coming back?
He will one day.
Probably. I have no doubt.
I hope not.
So anyway,
Anyway.
Shazam #1 also came out.
Oh.
I know. So many #1s that I've wanted to read for so long.
And you haven't read it yet?
No.
But I bet you know what happens in that new issue of Justice League.
Ha!
No. I'm saving that for a later date.
Boy, it actually might be good.
Why would you say that?
Because Tinian's already got.
Oh,
And my my Spanish husband is doing the artwork.
your Spanish husband.
Gillian March.
Okay.
I want him to draw me like Catwoman.
With your boobs.
For anyone who's
defying
watched
gravity
the
and all.
for anyone who's watched the live streams, that would be something. Anyway, the
It
big
would.
Well, I guess I should get that
the
commission.
biggest new
canceled
release
for
last week, in
Christmas.
my opinion,
The biggest.
the funnest book that came out last week was a book released by Image called Die.
Oh,
It is written by Kieran Gillen and drawn by Stephanie
Haynes.
Haynes. And it is an amazing book. It's gorgeous.
her
The
artwork
premise
is
we've talked about the premise when it was originally
incredible.
announced.
Yeah.
It's about a bunch of kids who they're playing D&D or the variation thereof.
Yeah,
And they
gets sucked into the
disappear
game.
for 2 years, only to be found 2 years later in the woods. And
We have talked about this.
yeah, and one of their when they're just rediscovered 2 years later, one of their friends is no longer with them, but they can't for whatever reason talk about what happened
to
what
them.
happened the 2 years, where their friend is, what's going on. It's definitely it's Dungeons and Dragons meets It. If you're familiar with the It story by
am.
Stephen King.
What story?
It's
It's only the biggest
so
horror
good
movie.
though.
But listen, I mean, I've read it. Annalisa has read. I mean, Annalisa, how do you feel about this book?
It's gorgeous. I love the writing, but I really like both of them, so I had no doubt it'd be good. But it is her artwork.
How about that?
so-
How about that ending?
Oh, I'm so excited
Don't
for the
flip
next
to the
issue.
last page, William.
He already did it.
Jesus
Just
Christ,
you're gonna have to
man.
read this book. I think you're gonna really enjoy it.
The man
I
who
think
hates
Will's
spoilers,
adding it to his
and you
list.
flip to the end.
Anyway, no, it's really
It's really good, and that reveal was incredible.
that was pretty awesome.
It's just for the artwork
It's-
alone,
and
you
it's-
should pick it up.
And like I said, like they come back 2 years later and they can't talk about where their friend is, where they've been, and like just a little bit of a thing. Like so the book then jumps 25 years later.
Yeah.
And the thing is that this is like it's kind of
2 whole time jumps.
yes.
Ooh, and one
So
month.
it's actually pretty messed up because the mom of the friend who it's actually kind of sad.
Because
The mom of the friend who didn't come back, she's literally she like shows up at one of the kids' houses. Now he's an adult, obviously, and she's like, "Listen, I'm
they're
gonna
16 when they get sucked
Yeah.
into the game, except for the one's his little sister.
yeah." So she's like, "I just tell me what happened to my son, like."
So I can bury him. It's been 27 years.
Yeah, she's like, I'm on my way. I want to bury my son before they bury me. And I was like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
what is happening? This is horribly depressing. But yeah, it's
It's a
something.
good book.
Oh yeah, definitely recommend it. Anyone
And
who's out there who is a Kieran Gillen fan or just loves amazing art and story, like yeah, this is the book for you.
And it's creative.
Oh yeah.
I think I'll be picking this up.
Are you picking that one up?
This is the
You don't
last
have
one.
any
Yes.
more, so
Okay, I
You
guess
may
we're
wanna-
adding it to
you may want to get more, Devon.
Yes.
I'm working on it.
You will be.
Working on it. It's actually surprisingly enough, the book is actually sold out at the distributor level.
Whoa.
But I am getting more copies in.
That
So
doesn't surprise me though, with his success with Wicked and the Divine.
I'm actually surprised it's sold out at the distributor level, considering it's an image number one. Usually, image number ones they print them like crazy. So that means that people advance reordered this book
Yeah.
before it came out. So, but yes, there are more copies on the way. We will have them.
More copies.
But definitely come in, add it to your list, check it out. I am all about this book. Will just flipped through it. He has just said he's signing up.
Just heard the process.
Is it that good, Will?
It's that good.
How was the art?
It's pretty
Stunning.
good. I like it. Yeah.
Well, her
Stephanie
work is
Haynes.
always amazing.
And
It is
Will
always.
Will is not the type of person who just adds books to his list willy-nilly.
That's true. I am a college student.
He is a college student. He is very frugal. So this week's big. Also from last week, there is. It kind of bleeds into this week as well. Marvel's doing the Best Defense, which is a Defenders mini of the original characters.
Right.
So Hulk and Namor already came out. The books are well drawn, well written. They're pretty cool. I like the idea of getting the band back together. This week. This week is going to be Doctor Strange and Silver Surfer. So, and honestly, whenever they kind of bring the Silver Surfer in for an event, it's usually pretty fun.
It's also a lovely self-contained event,
Yeah.
which I think Marvel needs to do more of.
Yeah. I would like to see more. But this is also going to be leading right into the new Invaders book. So that's going to be interesting considering it's all, Namor is becoming a very big character again in Marvel.
Gee.
So I'm kind of interested to see what they do with him.
I'm here for it.
So far
God, yes.
So far they're doing pretty interesting stuff with him so far. I'm interested to see where they go with it, if they can keep the ball rolling. I wonder if he's going to team up with Doom again now that Doom's a villain again.
I was wondering if he was going to team up with Emma.
No, I think he's still pretty mad at Emma.
What was he mad at Emma for?
The fact that she basically raped his mind and convinced him to murder Wakanda.
Oh, yeah. That was more the Phoenix, though.
No, that was Emma. Emma, because don't forget, that was the same issue where Emma was seducing him. She, was, making out with
all
Namor.
on top of him.
Yeah.
In her little Phoenix toothpaste dress.
But speaking of, Namor and Doctor Doom, another big release coming out this week is going to be the FF Wedding Special.
Oh.
So the Fantastic Four Wedding Special is coming out this week.
Are we actually going to get
Oh, that's right. Isn't the Thing getting murdered?
Murdered.
He's
getting murried.
He's getting demickied.
Why is he gonna be on? Is he really gonna? He's it's an entire issue about him getting murried, like the talk show.
Yeah.
No. Yes, he is getting married. This is the wedding special. This is basically gonna be it's gonna be the lead up issue to Fantastic Four #5, which is the actual wedding. This is gonna be like the bachelorette party stories. So it's gonna be fun.
I'm still over comic book.
We got burned. We got burned twice this year.
I'm not trusting any marriage.
God,
twice.
Yeah.
Although I will
I don't
say
think this is one they'd fake you out on.
Although I will say this, we did get burned on 2 weddings, but we did get a wedding. At least on Marvel's end, we did get a wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rogue and Gambit got married. I'm fine with that. It happened in the wedding issue, so I'm okay. I really don't give a crap about Kitty and Colossus anyway. So whatever. Miles Morales Spider-Man #1 comes out this week.
All right.
So
check that out.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it.
He's getting
I'm
did
good.
His original series get canceled?
It ended.
The Spider-Man 2, whatever you called it.
It ended because of Bendis left.
Yeah.
He went to DC, so they ended all his books. However, I'm actually kind of excited to see a new, reinvigorated character.
Refreshing.
I want to see a different version of the character than what Bendis has been doing. Because honestly, don't get me wrong. I mean, like I said before, I like Bendis. I like his original stuff, but it's kind of seemed like he was kind of just phoning it in for the last couple years. He just kept retelling the same stories and just not really going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So what he's doing with Superman right now?
We're not getting into this discussion. We're not going into this right now.
Oh, okay.
But however, there is a big DC release this week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. We're not going to go into that discussion or this discussion, but we'll go into that one.
We're gonna have to because it's a big release.
All right, cool. Let's talk about it.
The Batman Who Laughs.
It's happening.
By Scott Snyder.
Yeah.
A 6-issue mini.
Thank God. How late is this going to be?
About the Batman Who Laughs teaming up with as they've dubbed him online, Artillery Batman.
I'm just
because he is just nothing but guns and weapons and such.
When is Grant Morrison going to stop letting us fester and just end Scott Snyder?
I feel like
because you realize him and Alan Moore actually have to team up to take this man down.
That's it. They have to stop fighting and
I
team up
don't
to
think
take out
he
the
has to
greater threat.
He has to team up with Warren Ellis.
All right.
If Grant teams up, because him and Warren Ellis are actually friends.
okay.
All right.
Do him and Alan Moore actually not like each other?
They really don't like each other at all.
Oh wow.
Basically, what happened was when Grant before he became a big writer in the comic book industry, he was a fan of Alan Moore's Miracle Man, and he had been writing into Eclipse Comics and it was originally was being published in Warrior magazine. He had written in and he was like, yeah, he wrote to Alan Moore saying, hey, I'm a really big fan, and if I would really like to like write like a backup story for one of your stories, just like because I'd really like this is what I really want to do. And Alan Moore wrote back to him, and all he said in the letter was back off.
Wow.
Yep. And then it kind of just spiraled from there. Like they wouldn't.
Alan Moore is a douche.
Yeah, I mean Alan Moore is not a happy individual. But Grant, I guess, wrote a Miracle Man short, and
I love this story.
He and they wouldn't publish it because Alan Moore didn't want it published. So years later, it got published when Marvel got the rights to all of Miracle Man.
Okay.
So it got published in the annual, which was really cool.
As well, the other good part about the story is, Grant. Well, you tell it much better than I do, but
Which part?
Grant Morrison being Grant Morrison was
Oh, yeah. So Joe Quesada
Thank
knew
you.
about the story. And Joe Quesada was the he wasn't
Art
the
drawing.
editor. He wasn't the editor in chief anymore. He was like the chief creative officer now.
Okay.
So he wasn't doing art or even like involved in the stories.
Mm-hmm.
But he heard and he called up Grant Morrison. And Grant hadn't done work for Marvel since the X-Men book. And he refused to because they undid all his X-Men after like
which is upsetting.
yeah. After like the next issue they undid it. They like brought Magneto back in like
Which
2 issues.
once again, if I, being the ultimate Jean Grey fan that I am fine with Magneto killing her.
Yeah.
Like let it happen.
So, what wound up happening with that was, he called up Grant and he was like, "Yeah, listen, I know I heard about the Miracle Man story you wrote. I'd really like to publish it." And Grant was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I don't know. I might have it still, because I might have to dig it out, but I mean, I don't really think I want to do it like with Marvel. I think I might just put the script online for everyone to just read for free." And Joe Quesada was like, "No, please don't do that. We really want to put it in the annual. We want it to be a big thing. Would you be willing? Like, what? I will do anything you want. Just what do you want me to do to be able to publish this?" He said, "I'll let you publish it on one condition. You have to draw it."
Oh.
And Joe Quesada actually drew the whole damn thing. It was a short. It was,
I was
only
gonna say it's like 7.
it was like
7
8 pages or
of
something.
that.
But still,
That's cool.
Joe Quesada's art now is very detailed.
Yeah.
So it was.
He has a lot more time to.
Yeah.
I mean that friggin' Captain Marvel cover.
Yeah.
The one where she's like kind of looking at the side. That cover's stunning.
Yeah. But anyway, so the Batman Who Laughs.
That nonsense.
It looks
trying to
like the
avoid
Batman
this.
Who Laughs is hunting down alternate reality Jokers and killing them.
Because why not?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Ah! Well, that might have been the best whatever.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't understand.
The solo Batman issues, the one shots of each individual Batman were kind of the best thing that came out
They
of
were
that,
fun.
and not all of them were like
Amazing.
amazing.
I didn't like
but-
Drowned.
I liked the design.
I did too.
But
My
that's about it.
favorite one is
Yeah.
Red Death.
Red Death was cool. I liked Green Lantern. That one was scary.
That one was quite
Cyborg
terrifying.
was weird. The Batman
Yeah.
Who Laughs had an interesting one though.
Yes.
I
Oh,
just-
The Batman Who Laughs
Nothing
was
to do with any of it.
overly dark.
that was the one with that Tinian wrote, right?
Yeah.
That was.
Why
an
was it overly dark? How is some
Bruce brutally kills everyone.
No, it's not everyone. He literally
He gets
brings-
infected with the Joker
it's a
toxin, and then turns
psychological-
around and literally
Oh, because
machine guns the
he
entire
kills
Bat family.
the
Yeah,
Joker?
no,
right?
that's
Now
not
the
the part
Superman
that-
stuff
the
was
Superman stuff when he like gets the black kryptonite, brings Lois and his son onto the ship and goes, "Yeah, by the way, here's some black kryptonite. Have fun ripping your family to pieces."
Oh yeah.
And he just watches as Superman loses his mind and
kills.
tears them apart
Huh.
with his bare hands.
Yeah, it
And
was
he-
just uncomfortable, but it was so good.
And he goes, "Oh yeah,
Ben Tinian wrote it.
yeah." And he actually says, like right before he does the Superman, he goes, "Yeah, I did the same thing to Kara and her family right before I brought her back to let her know exactly what she did and made her go insane."
Does he bring Clark back?
No, I think he just kills Clark.
How?
It's Batman.
That's true. Okay.
Why would you ask that? I'm writing that. Are you caught up?
What with Batman? I'm an issue behind. Why?
But you read the KGB or the KGB stuff.
Yeah,
I loved
that was brilliant.
at the end of that. If you let me go, I'll tell you. If you help me, I'll tell you. I'm the world's greatest detective. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That really might be one of my favorite Batman lines ever. Like that is the equivalent
That
of
was really good. That was
like
really
what
good.
what Scott Snyder wanted to do with the "I'm effing Wonder Woman." That is what Tom King did in that sentence.
Yeah, well, Scott Snyder's also not talented.
No.
So.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, stop. Hold on. I want to point something out though. I will say this though. Scott Snyder, when he wrote what he was good at writing, which was mystery stories, they were good. One of my favorite Batman stories to this day is still Batman Black Mirror, which is the entire story about
Fair.
Is Jim Gordon's son a serial killer or not?
And I'll give you, there is one Scott Snyder thing that I was like, all right.
What was it?
Witches.
I like witches.
Because it opens up, and it's an incredibly dark book. The artwork's very interesting, but there is a point where you need to stop, and the artist didn't quite stop. But
no, I
like
also
witches a lot.
yeah,
I also
That's
liked.
supposed to be coming back too.
is it?
He keeps saying he's got a sequel for it.
Yeah, he did. It was in Image Plus, which doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, he started doing it in Image Plus, kind of like how they're doing the Negan story.
I legit did not know they were doing a Negan story.
Yeah, you don't remember that? The little Negan origin story that was in every one of the Image Plus magazines? Anyway.
Although that explains now, I know what that big thing at the Barnes is. Last year, it was a big Christmas gift.
That's what that is.
Big old Barnes.
I know what it is now.
All right.
What are you talking about?
There was like this Negan hardcover that was exclusive.
Oh yeah, well that was because it wasn't supposed to come out in hardcover.
Yeah.
It was only supposed to be in Image Plus, and
that's why everyone like lost their mind over it.
Yeah.
But the Batman Who Laughs.
Oh yeah, that fool.
Okay, do your thing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I want to just go on though and say, has anyone taken a peek at the covers, like the exclusive covers for it?
No.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I'm happy with some of them.
I have no desire.
I like the Hellraiser Batman love baby that is formed.
I mean, if you're interested in this
Bondage
character,
Hellraiser? You know what Hellraiser is, right? Pinhead?
Yes.
The Bat Who Laughs? It's literally Batman and Pinhead had a love child, and this is what came out.
if you're interested in this character, kudos to you. I mean, pick up the series. It's only going to be a mini, so go ahead, and I encourage it. But at the same time, I don't.
I want this character to find life away from Scott Snyder.
Okay, fair.
That'd be interesting.
Because I think it's a cool concept.
The coolest thing that he's done. Actually, it wasn't even him. It was Tinian. Tinian wrote the damn line, and it was in one of the Legion of Doom issues of Justice League, and it's probably my favorite thing about Batman Who Laughs is the Joker is sitting there. He's outside the room that they have the Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah.
Chained up in the cell, and the Joker looks at it, and he's upset. And he is terrified, and they keep looking at him. They're like, Joker, you gotta calm down. Like, it's fine. He's locked up. He's not even really Batman. He goes, you don't understand. It doesn't matter. A bat is a bat is a bat. Okay, if he's locked up, it's because he wants to be. Mm-hmm. That was probably the best line about Batman because because that's one of those things that harkens back to the line that Grant Morrison wrote years ago, which is when
the creator of Bat God.
Yes, and they were talking about it, and the Joker is like he's going to he's like arguing with the Black Glove characters, and they're like okay, well who are you gonna who are you gonna put your bets on? He's like, oh, I'm putting my bets on Batman. They're like, what do you mean? Like, we've already buried Batman. He's dead. It's over. He goes, you don't get it. He goes, Batman, I keep trying to think outside the box to beat Batman. Every time I think outside the box, Batman builds another box outside my box.
Nice.
And then he goes, so good luck, have fun, I'm winning the bet. And then the lights go out because Batman just came back.
Nice.
It's amazing. So good. I miss Grant Morrison writing Batman. I want him back.
But yeah.
But that's it. That's our new releases. That's our news.
That's
all
everything.
The great stuff. We, Annalisa, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you very much.
Of course. Yeah.
Next time, I think the next episode you have to tell us more about why you hate Priuses so much.
First of all,
Priuses.
it's not an episode, it's an issue. Get it straight.
Oh my god. That would work if we called these issues on the YouTube channel.
You started.
No, we kept calling
No,
them.
we
kept calling them
never,
episodes.
they were never titled issues.
I think you need to
Never.
go back and fix that.
It's like a 20-minute long rant, Devon. I don't think we have time
It could
for
be our
that.
opening monologue.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
could be. I feel like we have to do one of those things. Like you ever see those like the commentaries or like
Also, sorry.
the video commentaries where like they'll start like it's like a documentary style for like an extra on a DVD, but they'll come in like in the middle of a conversation, like the two guys who are supposed to be doing the commentary are already having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should start like one of our podcasts like that, just automatically having a conversation like in the middle of it and just like clue people in like halfway through.
Oh.
Okay.
I kind of
Either way, let's nice that small clap.
The golf clap.
Anyway.
It's called the golf clap.
The golf clap. Well, I was taught the golf clap is this.
They do it. They do it even quieter around Tiger Woods so he can sext while he golfs.
Yes. I
That's
love it.
respect.
Alrighty. Thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you everybody for listening to another October Country Comics podcast. This has been Devon.
Will.
Whatever I said my name was at the beginning. I think
Alejandro, I think.
Maybe. And our special guest star, the lovely...
Annalisa.
Wow, that was really
That was
enthusiastic.
not enthusiastic at all. Come on.
Try again.
Come on, bring it home. Bring it home for us.
Bring it on home.
All right.
I don't
so,
talk very
and
loudly.
you gotta go for it. Okay, hold on. So, again, and our special guest star, the lovely
Annalisa.
That was that. Now it sounds like you're being spiteful.
And this has been the October Country Comics podcast. Everyone, have a good one. We will be
Yeah.
we'll be back next week.
Woo!